you're ready to go, Maverick. We live? Good evening, Hornet fans. It's 10 minutes to kick off. I'm Byron Perry here with Kirk Jones, and we're going to start tonight with the big time breakdown. Kirk, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right. Nice little drive up north here, and really pretty little area. Nice little neighborhoods around the school. Really nice campus. Nice stadiums. Beautiful weather. It's a great night for some football.
Well, let's get started. Our Booker T Washington Hornets are currently ranked number 5 in 6A2 with a record of 2-2. The Hornets are coming off 2 losses over the last 2 weeks. We've had several injuries, but tonight we're going up against an opponent in Bartlesville that is 1-3 and ranked number 10 in 6A2. To start things off, let's just start on the defensive side of the ball and talk about some issues and where the Hornets can get better. As we get into the middle part of the season, the Hornets' biggest issue that I've seen is playing against the zone read. We played against a couple of quarterbacks, one small and shifty, one big, stocky, lumbering. Both of them could throw it a little bit. One quarterback could throw it when needed to. But the biggest thing about it is that the zone read, the RPO, has been problematic for the Hornets because of just the read action. It's what the play is set up to do. It's to basically slow the linebackers, let the quarterback make a decision as to what's open. That's what the offense is structured to do. But we've had some issues with it, and we're going to face the zone read again tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's an effective offense. Otherwise, so many teams, high school, college, even filter into pros now, wouldn't run it. So it is tough. Again, it's when you have a defense built on speed, they're looking for any way to slow you down. If they can make you just wait a little bit longer to make that decision, then that'll help them have some success, try to get on the edge or find a hole. Overall, the defense has played pretty well, been in some tight spots from the offense, but, all in all, they've hung in pretty tough. Um, but they do still have a penchant for giving up that big play.
And that's the thing. Just looking at the 4 games that we've played, the defense has played well. The issue is the style of play that we come up against week in and week out that has been problematic. Now, you brought up something, Kirk, about speed. And one of our biggest attributes of speed is Kewan Parker. He's a 3-star player. He's committed to the University of Arkansas. Great speed, great footwork. The thing is, a lot of teams don't challenge him. They don't throw to his side. So, therefore, we don't get the opportunity to really talk much about him, but the talent is there. It's definitely something that offensive coordinators are cognizant of to have a kid like that in the secondary. You want to go away from him at all costs. We've got several other really good players on the defense. I can go down the names. I will go down the names. Kids like Ethan Grogan, he's a linebacker. Ethan has shown up. He showed up big. He was our first scorer of the season with a pick six. Number 1, Jalen Teague. I mean, what else can I say about Jalen Teague? He's a nightmare. But the thing about it, when you're talking about a player like Kewan Parker, he is definitely a difference maker, and it makes a difference when people don't attack him, and why.
All right, and we'll go ahead and take a pause for national anthem.
All right. So we just concluded the national anthem here at the Bartlesville Stadium. Kirk, let's talk about the offense a little bit since we talked about the defense and we're getting close to kickoff. It's been a state of injuries, next man up. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep saying it. We've been impressed, both of us, with sophomore quarterback Lathan Boone. He's getting the growing pains of being a first-year starter at the varsity level with a team that has a lot of talent. Our running back, number 29, Jaden Carroll. He's been a workhorse. He's a constant. Nothing wrong with having a constant. Calling the kid's name again. Jalen Teague is now our number one wide receiver. The thing about the offense has been inconsistency in closing out drives and penalties. And penalties, we all know, will kill any football team. But for this team now, penalties have to be a focus to clean up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been the Achilles heel all season, and you're right. It's helped. It's made it hard to get momentum and get sustained drives going because particularly it's not usually a 5-yard false start. It's usually a 10-yard holding penalty. So those are real drive killers. So we've got to do our best to shore those up, and because it's one of the biggest opponents we've had this season is ourselves. And too many penalties. So if we can get that shored up, the running backs ran great last week. Obviously, Jaden Carroll, the workhorse. Ethan Washington had a great game last week as well. Beautiful touchdown run. So we saw a lot of success with that shotgun, 2 running back set. We'll see if we see more of that today. But, yeah, Boone's done a good job commanding the offense. Take the McGinnis game out of it, he's been pretty decent protecting the football. Obviously, the game ended on turnover last week. But we see that all the time. When you're pressing on a final drive, he's scrambling around trying to make a play. We see that happen all the time. It doesn't excuse it, but, you understand it a little bit. When you're trying to make a play, you get a little careless with the football.
So, fans, here's the breakdown on Bartlesville. Bartlesville played 6A to number 1 Bixby last week. They took a loss. The final score was 74-7. Yes, I'm not drinking. The final score was 74-7. A tough loss to the number 1 team in the division. And the thing about it is, what were you going to do? Bartlesville is coached by Jason Sport, who's in his 2nd season. As I said before, they've got a record on the season of 1-3. Coach Sport has had a background, been in multiple schools. Most recently, before coming to Bartlesville and joining the staff, he was at Jinx. Several of the Bartlesville assistant coaches were also Jinx assistants. Okay. So obviously, the history of the Jinx program. You know what type of leadership skills and commitment to excellence they're bringing. Coach Sport also coached at the Powerhouse High School in Greenwood, Arkansas. He won 2 Arkansas 6A state championships. Okay. And the thing about it is that he's really trying to build a program here. Bartlesville has graduated in the last couple of years some successful players. One I know of is Orlando Parker, who ended up going to Kansas. So right now, Bartlesville is on a coaching staff that's on its 2nd year of getting things going, really instituting the type of style of football that they wanted to play. As I said at the top of the broadcast, Bartlesville is gonna play some RPO. I've heard on defense they're gonna play a three lineman, 3 linebacker type of stack, which is what it does is it allows the defense to be flexible when an offense has multiple wide receivers. When offenses are 4 and 5 wide, instead of having to substitute and bring in another safety or another corner, you get 3 defensive linemen, you've got 3 linebackers, and then you got interchangeable pieces in the secondary. The knack or the trick or the play to go against that from an offensive standpoint is where do they match up on certain downs and distances and what their personnel is. Kirk, you want to talk about that any?
Yeah, so that's going to bode well with the 5 defensive backs going against the Hornets who do run a lot of spread, 4 or even 5 wide at sometimes. The key for the Hornets, obviously, is you want to be able to run against that 3-man front. However, it can be a little tricky to block. That 3-3 front
Absolutely.
is not something the linemen see a lot. West Virginia really adopted that defense as their time in the Big 12. And while the Big 12 currently is shifting kind of away from the high flying, everybody's running the spread offense. For all the years when we were in the thick of that, and 8 out of the 10 teams were running spread offense, that's what West Virginia would do to slow it down. And ultimately, teams that didn't quote unquote run a 3-man front, a 3-3, would end up finding themselves in a 3-man front with an extra defensive back on the field more often than not.
Well, good evening, Hornet fans. I'm the man in the black Yankee hat high atop Bartlesville Stadium in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Tonight, we're about to bring you some Hornet football. Next to me, as usual, is Mr. Kirk Jones, class of 2004. And our man producing is none other than Maverick. And guess what? The pattern is still full. So, Hornet fans, we want you to sit back and enjoy the game tonight. We're going to have to bring it to you from the press box, so we don't have any wind to deal with, Kirk. But we're looking to have a good ball game as the 5th-ranked 6A2 Booker T Washington Hornets take on the 10th-ranked Bartlesville Bruins.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get this kicked off and let's go.
Hornets are going to receive the kick to begin the game. It's going to be another short pooch kick that's received, but it's dropped and fumbled, finally recovered. Hornets are going to be taken out of bounds and start their first drive somewhere in between the 25 and 30-yard line.
Yeah, a little scary moment there. Luckily, we're able to recover, get a couple yards on it, and just get the offense on the field. Obviously looking to turn around a 2-game losing streak tonight. So, we'll see if we can come out strong. Hopefully, obviously, that's not the start you want. But let's see if the offense can get a good first drive here and get things going on the right foot.
Sophomore quarterback Lathan Boone has one running back to his right, 2 wide receivers to the far side, takes the snap. He looks, got a man in the middle of the field. Is caught by number 9. He breaks a tackle. He looks like he was going to be able to take it to the house, but that's none other than Demetrius Prudhomme. And there's a situation right there, Kirk. The middle of the field is open. You take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's a great throw by Lathan Boone, and a nice play by Demetrius. Just about broke it. Shoestring tackle there to save the touchdown.
Boone setting up after the play that gave us a first down to the Hornets. Here's the zone read inside to Jaden Carroll. He moves the pile. Good blocking there by number 62 for the Hornets. That's Elias Sherman with a pancake block.
Great
and we don't talk a lot about this offensive line. We need to do that more, and we're going to really focus on that tonight against this 3-man front for Bartlesville.
Yeah, again, big task for them. A front you don't usually see. Typically you might see 3-man front passing downs, but not every down.
Here's Boone calling out the cadence, seeing if he can get Bartlesville to jump offside. He's got 1 running back with him, 4 wide receivers, 2 here to the bottom near side. Number 1, Jalen Teague, is close to us. Here's a quick pass out to the right. It's caught. Going to be good enough for a first down. That's number 12, Corian Stokes, the senior wide receiver on the catch right there. And that's something that's good to see, that we've got wide receivers just playing pitch and catch with their quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. They've got some room, and again, yeah, just simple pitch and catch, and it's working out well. Seeing a couple of the guys stepping up for the injured receivers that we have. So good to see those guys making plays early on.
4 wide receivers in the set for the Hornets. 3 here to the near side. Lathan Boone looking to the sideline for the check with me. Wide receiver Carroll to his right. Gets the snap. He's going to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket, evade the rush. Not hard enough. Looks like he's going to be taken down for a sack.
Yeah,
that's going to be a big loss on the play.
Brought a guy at the edge, unblocked. He was able to evade that one, even a second one, but couldn't get past the third man there. So first play behind the chains now. We've been moving it pretty much first down every play, so this would be the first time we got a little bit of adversity.
Hornet fans, as Kirk was saying, it is a beautiful night for football. No wind. In the mid-70s. The temperature is supposed to drop, but for those of you away from Oklahoma, they say this is football weather, so we're going to enjoy it. Boone has a snap, looking to his left, Makes the reception, breaks one tackle, breaks another one, going to get yardage close to a first down. That's Demetrius Prudom once again, and that's running angry. That's making a catch and looking to go somewhere.
Yeah, he ran with purpose there and definitely made up for the penalty and puts us in a 3rd and short, which is all you can ask for after losing yardage on the first down.
Going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Hornets as they break the huddle. They're at the Bartlesville Bruins 25-yard line.
Fatigue down here.
Boone waits for the snap, trying to draw him, doesn't have it. So now he's going for the check with me. Looks to the Hornets sideline, setting up the protections. Jaden Carroll running back to the right. Boone's got the snap, looking to his left. Here's a reception. Number 1 has it, tries to break a tackle. He's finally wrestled out of bounds. That's Jalen Teague. And Hornet fans, let's just look at and call it. The DB on that play is at least 8 yards off of Jalen Teague.
At least 8 yards off, and that's a great read by he and Boone. You know, that's an option route. They look at it, see where the DB's at, and they, you know, we're on the same page there. Jalen knew if he just did a quick, 5-yard stop, it was going to be there, and with his size, he's going to get yards after catch as well.
If he plays off, you go.
And now
if
he's
he
up
plays
close.
up,
I say
you
go over
take
the top.
it.
I say fade to Boone. Teague.
Here's the pass, inside give to Jaden Carroll. He gets a little bit. Going to get some positive yardage. Going to bring up a 2nd down and approximately about 8 yards.
That'll work. So, again, it's 2nd and long, but, again, still positive yardage. Like I say, you're getting in and, still got a long way to go. But, again, you're only on 2nd down. Putting it on the ground. Haven't seen that much. Seen him go to the air quite a bit on this first drive. And, again, you got him up tight on Teague, and that's me. I'm going up top.
Hornets scrimmage from the red zone. Here's a quick snap. Here's a fade to the end zone. Teague is going to make the reception, but he's going to make the reception out of bounds.
Yeah, I think time just a little off there. He got his body a little too close to the sideline to start, and unfortunately, again, makes a good catch, but doesn't get the foot down.
That's a situation where Boone has to just put it up there and let him play basketball for it. Let him just go up and get it. I mean, obviously, you're still throwing to a spot, but at some point, the way the defensive back is playing off, you've got to basically throw it to him and let him just go up and beat a bigger man.
It's a big
third down and 9 for the Hornets. Boone in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 1 guy in the flex to the right. He drops back, he looks, he drops up, big rush. He's got some room to his right, throws it to the middle of the hash, and there's touchdown Hornets. Your Hornets are on the board. Is that number 13? It looks like it is. That's Sterling Warren, the senior wide receiver, wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. Kirk, as a former wide receiver, that's one of those plays where you're running a route, but you find the open spot, you curl, you give your quarterback a target, and you catch the ball.
Yeah, great play by Boone, to shake loose and obviously scrambling around. I think the secondary got discombobulated, and, yeah, he's sitting there wide open for the touchdown.
Point after touchdown attempt is up and good, and Hornet fans were on the board. With 8 minutes left in the first quarter, your Booker T Washington Hornets take a 7-0 lead over the Bartlesville Bruins. That's a really good drive. After 2 losses, you come out the first drive of the ball game, you score. Really and truly, besides 1 quarterback sack, there was a big rush, the offense is basically having their way.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you have 1 negative play on the drive with the quarterback sack. Other than that, a lot of passes on that drive. The passing game looked really good. A couple decent runs, but, again, it's pretty much done through the air there. Latham Boone did a great job, especially, again, on the last play with the scrambling away to get a man wide open in the end zone.
So the Hornets are on the board. Sterling Warren catches the touchdown. Actually, I think he lines up in the position previously occupied by Gentry Williams. And one of the things that we set up and talked about earlier this season, Kirk, is that middle of the field, wide receiver with all the speed on the edges, all he has to do is get open and catch the ball. And that's a perfect example of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't really see a tight end in this offense, but that's kind of where you see the middle of the field for the tight end and kind of the old cliche, the tight end's always open. So in this case, you have that 4th, 5th receiver on the inside. With everything we got outside, there's going to be a lot of room to play in the middle.
Jackson Marsh with the big boot tonight. Ball is going to be taken all the way back at the goal line by the Bruins, bringing it out to the right. Hornets have people there. He's going to try to stiff arm a man, but that's a no-go. Number 83, Makai Chambers, sophomore, on the play right there. The Bruin receiver or the Bruin return man tried to get to the wide side of the field and make a play, but there was nothing to it. Jackson Marsh with the big leg after the point after touchdown, Kurt.
Yeah, it was a great kick. Put that down about the 1 yard line. Again, returner. Somebody ought to tell him you're not going to run sideways on Booker T. So he might just want to get vertical with that one next time.
Absolutely. So this is the first time we're seeing the Bruins. Hornet fans tonight, we don't have a lot of information about the Bruins. We know a little bit about what they want to do, but not about the people. So we've got the aura of secrecy up here. Looks like they're setting up in a quarterback, 2 running back set. It's the RPO. Fakes a give to the inside and gets to the outside. Quarterback is taken out of bounds. Looks like we're going to have a flag, a little extracurricular tackle. So that quarterback, number 16, from the information that I saw, name is Paxton Bradford. That's the quarterback for the Bartlesville Bruins. As I said, we don't have a lot of information about him, as they weren't forthcoming about what they did. So the Paxton Bradford might be the biggest name and the only name we call tonight. But on that play, to get out of the shade of their end zone and pick up a 15-yard penalty, old man momentum is on the side of the Bruins as they're down and get their first offensive possession of the game.
Yeah, I was excited to see how the defense came out. Again, they've been playing pretty well overall this year. Again, big plays is the Achilles heel. They give one up there and then tackle on 15 extra yards.
Bradford's going to make the quick slant throw after the RPO action. However, that pass is going to be incomplete. On the play for the Hornets, number 11, Jordan Drew Jr., defensive back, makes a good play. He's right there, Kirk, and to be honest with you, you want the defensive back to be steps for step on the slant pass, not wrap that arm around the wide receiver, and that's what he did.
Yeah, he did a great job to bat that one down. Good coverage, and again, another guy stepping up with injuries.
Here's the quarterback keeper out of the zone read, Paxton Bradford, the quarterback. That's a second down play. They were scrimmaging for second down and 10. Looks like he gets a short game. Going to be third down and 8 for the Bruins. The ball's going to be just before midfield on their side of the 50. Bruins look like they've got some pretty good size up front, so our Hornet defense is definitely going to have to bring everything to combat the physicality of that offense. Bradford has a snap, rolls to his left. He's looking, gets his shoulders squared and throws the out route, but it's behind him. Good coverage on the play. Looks like the Bruins are going to have to punt. Kurt, although we had the personal foul, that's a good defensive sequence for the Hornets.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen a lot of that this season. Overall, they do a pretty good job. They do have the one big play. A faster quarterback maybe makes them pay a little bit more for that, but like I say, they get out of that with no points and a supposed punt here. We've seen people fake punts against us so far this season, so we'll see how it goes.
Tired of seeing those fake punts when it's not us doing it.
Exactly.
So the
you ever notice
Hornets
it never seems to work out for you, but your opponents always have luck with it.
Here's an end-over-end punt that's received. Going to be able to bring it back if we can get a block. He's got a lot of field to the wide side of the field, trying to get a block and get the corner. Going to be ran out of bounds. No, but there is a flag on the play. Looks like we're going to get a block in the back. The biggest thing about, punt return coverage is when you're running down and your guy has the ball and you see a guy coming for him, you want to help him. The problem is there's a little thing called the rule. You can't hit somebody in the back. And sometimes, and we're seeing it more and more at the pro level, which is kind of laughable, but now you have a situation where the guy on the offensive team basically just runs down and then he just kind of ghosts him or shadows him and throws his hands up and just blocks that way.
Yeah, and that's really all you can do there is just try to, shield them off a little bit. But, yeah, if you get them there, if you're not seeing the shoulders or the front of the chest, then – you're going to get that call 9 times out of 10. Honestly, it's one of those plays where, referees are almost anticipating a block in the back when you get into punts because it's so common. See, honestly, that one was pretty clear, but even anything that's questionable, usually benefit of the doubt is going to go to the block in the back.
Boone takes the snap at our own 7-yard line. Here's a Big run through the middle of the field. That's Jaden Carroll, and Jaden Carroll is running with authority tonight. He broke the line of scrimmage like a man on a mission. Big run for the Hornets. Going to be good enough for a Hornet first down.
Yeah, I think he saw a lot of daylight there and had thoughts of a big run there. But, again, great run, first down, and, again, kind of get yourself out of that hole you put yourself in with a block in the back.
Actually, there are 2 running backs in the backfield, Kirk. That was Deion Kameni. So here's an option look. Boone's going to keep it. Basically, the Bruins stay at home, take the pitch man. Boone keeps it. He gets positive yardage for the Hornets. The Hornets are on another drive. It's going to be second down and about 4. This time they're going to be scrimmaging from their own 25-yard line. 6 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first quarter.
And a good read by Boone there to keep that one. Pitch kind of got cut off. Bartlesville did a good job of staying with the pitch man, so Boone made the right read.
Here's a Wildcat look. Direct snap to Jaden Carroll, but Bartlesville is not fooled by it at all. Going to be negative yards on the play.
Yeah, they had that one sniffed out.
Basically, when you go to the Wildcat look, you almost give up the threat of having any fake or the defense, looking into the backfield to see where the ball is. Basically, everybody knows there's a running back taking the snap. Let's go ahead, hunt, and get the ball. So this brings up third down. Going to be 10 for the Hornets. Backed up. 3 wide receivers to the far side. 1 wide receiver isolated to the near side. Boone's looking this way. He's going up top. He's got a man. Going to be a little bit too long, and he was going for Jalen Teague. That pass looked, and it's coming directly towards us. I mean, he gunned it. It had good air up under it, just too much air for Teague to run up underneath it.
Yeah,
Hornets
just
are going to have to punt.
Long. Yeah, going to have to punt here. A little bit long on the throw, and interesting, you had a lot of success in the air on the first drive. Come out of this drive, and first 3 plays are all runs. Go to the air for one throw, but, again, just a little long, and we'll see if Jackson can get a good punt out of here.
Marsh back, gets the snap. Punt is up. This one not as good as the first one. Looks like it should take a Hornet bounce, which it does. Ball's rolling. Finally going to roll out of bounds in Bruin territory. Ball's going to be down at the Bartlesville Bruin 35-yard line, where they're going to scrimmage from for their second possession of the half.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Didn't bring much pressure there. If I'm Bartlesville, I'm bringing pressure on the punt game. Obviously, we had some issues there end of last week. We don't really need to rehash any more than that. But, it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Hornet defense is on the field after getting off the field on the first drive, even giving up a 15-yard personal foul penalty. Braxton Bradford, the quarterback, has 2 guys in front of him. This looks like a run. Here's the shift. Man in motion. Zone read. Bradford keeps it. He's hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Let me get a number on that. That's number 20 for the Hornets. Jonathan Ingram, linebacker, coming up. And let me tell you, leather was popping on that play right there.
Yeah, that was nice to see. Again, our linebackers have done a pretty good job this year, so it's good to see him involved early. And good read there because you had some, you have a formation there you haven't seen yet this season. 2 blockers up in front of the quarterback, almost like offset tight ends, H-backs, and then really no running back next to him, just a receiver coming in motion. So they did a good job on a look we haven't seen yet.
Well, this time trying to run some window motion, the Bruins were basically going to get penalized for having a man moving before the snap. And you're right, Kirk. We've seen some, let me say, next-level formations this season. I mean, last week we had 4 wide receivers in a row, and, I mean, we've gone past the ninja to full samurai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, typically, again, when you're Booker T and you have, the tradition you do, the players you do, you're getting everybody's best shot. And other than just the will and the effort your opponent's going to play with, they're also going to try anything they can to have some success. So, you got to be ready really for anything.
Bradford takes the snap, tries to go up top. This is going to be intercepted for the Hornets. Number 32 for the Hornets. That's Isaac Covington.
Freshman.
That's a freshman. Yes, sir. Isaac Covington on the interception, coming over from the safety position. And basically, Hornet fans, that's just reading the quarterback eyes. Paxton Bradford basically dropped back, looked to his right, knew he had 1 man over there that was going to be in single coverage, but the pass was long and thrown up, and basically the freshman, Isaac Covington, had to run up under it.
Yeah, great job, great read by him. And, it's interesting. We talk a lot about the sophomore class here, but, today you've got two freshmen starting on the defense. You got number 7, Jay Notes at defensive end. He started last week as well. Then Isaac Covington, who mostly been playing special teams so far this year, stepping up. Interesting. You saw Latham Boone playing a little bit of safety last week. Shut up as the play comes.
Here's a handoff. Basically broken the line of scrimmage, but finally going to be taken down. That's Jaden Carroll on the carry.
Yeah, and so you had Latham Boone playing a little bit of safety last week. Obviously, you don't want your quarterback out there any more than you need to be. So it looks like we're trying out some new guys, and thus far Isaac Covington's been the good and the bad. He had the late hit out of bounds on the first drive, makes up for it there with an interception. Again, great, just like you said, just reading the quarterback's eyes and going to the ball.
Latham Boone has 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Ball on the Hornet 45-yard line. Boone gets it, guns it. He's got oh, man. He had that one set up. He's got a slant pass, again, to number 1, Jalen Teague, and that's just one of the situations where, he went to the fastball. He didn't need the fastball. All he had to do was drop back, set his feet, and just get it into the wide receiver's hands and let Jalen Teague go to work from there.
Yeah, he's a little bit off there, like you said. Didn't need to have that much zip on it and a little high. I will say this. I like the fact that we've gone to Jalen Teague about 4 times already. Again, don't think we utilized him enough last week, so I like that they're calling his number early and often here.
Offensive line working well against the 3-man front. Here's an out basically from Latham Boone. Basically, once again, going to the guy that scored the touchdown. That's Sterling Warren. Warren not able to bring it down. Ball hit him in the hands. He had possession, but even if he would have caught it, I don't think he was going to be able to get the yards needed for the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Hornets. Looks like we're setting up Jackson Marsh in punt formation.
Yeah, we'll see what Jackson's got here. Again, good opportunity. You should have a chance to put this down inside the 20, which he's done a good job of this season. Good pass there by Boone. Just, couldn't hold on to it, but again, probably not going to get the yardage you need anyway.
Punt is up. This one takes a backspin for the Hornets. Going to be down. Not going to be able to get into the deep end for the Bruins. Ball's going to be down at the Bruin 21-yard line. Going to allow the Bruins to have their 3rd possession on the game. Let's recap. Hornets up 7-0 over the Bartlesville Bruins with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, again, you've seen some good things. You've seen some bad things, from both the offense and the defense. Offense looks great on the first drive. Second 2, you're essentially 3 and out and punting. Defense, 1 bad penalty. Other than that, they've done a pretty good job here. And, again, get a pick from the freshman. And we always, you got to like that.
Bradford, waiting for the snap, has the random motion. He's going to keep it himself. He's got a alley down the right side. Finally going to be cut back and brought down in Booker T Washington territory. That's Paxton Bradford basically running RPO there, Kirk. Basically, the offense is setting up. They're motioning a man away. We've got nobody over there wide, and all he has to do is basically get the snap and try to get to the sideline.
Yeah, they take the receiver on that side of the field. They take him in motion. Again, leave that whole side open. He got a great block from his lineman there. Put a pancake on one of our guys, and that's what opened things up. Jonathan Ingram, though, great effort to catch him from behind. You love to see that. Obviously, you like to stop him a little quicker than that, but you got to shout out to Jonathan for his effort there.
Hornet defense needs to stiffen as the ball is now on their 38-yard line. Here's Bradford trying to make a pass, makes it complete into the flat. Looks like he may have enough for a first down for the Bruins. Basically, Bradford got the snap. The running back out of the backfield basically got into the flat, and he just did what he needed to do, get the ball into the running back's hands is what it is.
Yeah, nice little simple play there. Again, just kind of pitch and catch like we've done. Nice throw on the rollout by him, and Covington ends up making the tackle just a little bit short. So we'll see. Hornets have been good in short down situations on defense. Let's see if we can't get a stop and either force a 4th down attempt or a field goal.
Bradford in the power set. This time he's going to try to run to his left. No, he handed it off to the up man in the backfield. Basically, looks like he was going to make a nifty run for none. May have gotten 1, and 1 is all he needed to get a Bruin first down. The Bruins are now going to scrimmage from the Hornet 33-yard line. That power set is what Bartlesville is going to do, fans. They're going to line up, have multiple guys in the backfield, give that quarterback some blockers in front of him, and basically play a numbers game.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to want to shorten this game, run it. efficiently and, try to hit for a couple plays.
Bradford with the throw to his right. Great play, almost a one-handed interception. The ball didn't have enough air on it, and that was almost intercepted.
I think that's Jaden King there on that, and, almost came away. Might have seen him on a College Game Day tomorrow morning with a one-handed catch there.
That's one of those you got mossed by the defender.
Yeah, definitely, and unfortunately couldn't hold on, but, hey, you know what, we'll take it. It's a pass breakup. Great job there by him.
Great job. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bruins. Bradford in the backfield, one man to his right. Brings a man in motion. Going to fake, looks back to his left, throws it into the flat, has a man. Going to try to get down the sideline, but cuts back into the middle of the field. He's going to be able to scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Pretty well drawn up. Good executed play there by the Bruins, and obviously able to get them a touchdown.
Wow.
Now, we do have the refs talking here.
Refs are
and
talking.
We're kind
I
of
don't
standing
see
around like
a
there's
flag.
a penalty.
Yes.
Wow,
We've
okay.
got holding on the play. Bring it back, Hornet fans. Take the points off the board.
Maybe that's why he was so wide open.
It had to be why he was so wide open, because somebody was holding our man from covering him. This one is going to be assessed from the spot of the foul, and the ball is going to be moved back to the Booker T Washington 30-yard line.
And if you're
Still
Booker T
gonna
on
be second
defense,
down.
sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. Just wanted to say, if you're Booker T on defense, now you got to make them pay, right? They're deflated. They have the touchdown. They're about to tie it up, and then it gets called back. You gotta step on their throat here. You got to get a stop. Right now, I'd say, barring a really good kicker, they're not in field goal range at the moment, so probably 4-down territory. So you gotta buck up here, bounce back. Again, you gave up a big play. Luckily, you get a chance to do it again.
Bradford gets the snap, rolling to his right. Rush coming from his backside. He throws it up. He has a man down close to the goal line. Let's see if it's going to be complete. No, incomplete. Ball went up like a wounded duck, and it landed about a half a yard before the receiver could make a play on it. Bringing up 3rd down and 12. Kirk, we've been living dangerously tonight.
A little bit, and that that's a scary one because that's one of those where the receiver's coming back to it, so it's an easy play to get a pass interference drawn. Luckily, we did a good job there in coverage to make sure that we didn't interfere. And again, now you got him at 3rd and long, and again, you're probably in 4-down territory here, so I expect more than one play. Usually, something like this, a lot of times where you'll see a maybe a shovel pass or a screen pass just to try to get a little bit of yardage.
Bradford. We're going to have a penalty on the play, offsides or illegal motion by the Bruins. This is going to back them up even more. They're definitely getting out of field goal range. Currently, it's going to be 3rd and 17 for the Bruins. This time they're going to be scrimmaging from the Hornet 35-yard line. They've got 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Bradford's got 1 wide receiver. He's in the pistol formation. One running back to his right. Takes the snap. He looks right. Swings it to the running back. Hornets are going to scrimmage to the ball. Running back is going to be taken down shy of the 30-yard line, bringing up 4th down. Bruins are going to have a decision to make here if this is 4-down territory or they're going to trot out the field goal kicker.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. It looks like they're going to go for it again. You're looking at a pretty long field goal here. Great job by the Hornets there. You're getting 3 guys to the ball there. So really swarm in on that. Again, you keep it underneath, and then you swarm to the football. It's exactly what you want to do in 3rd and long.
Going to be 4th down for the Bruins. Looks like they're going to have 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 wide receiver matched up with Kewan Parker here to the near side. Bradford in the shotgun, takes a snap, RPO look, going to keep it. Now he's going to throw it. This is going to be intercepted, and it could be housed. He's at the 50. He's got an angle. It's going to be taken down. Interception, Hornets. The Hornet defense has stiffened. Pass is intercepted by, is that King?
Jaden King, yes, sir.
Jaden King, number 25, the junior, steps in front of the wide receiver like he was running the play himself. He's going to be able to flip the field for the Hornets. Hornets are going to have 1st down at the Bruin 33-yard line. Now, that's how you play defense, Kirk.
That's how you do it right there. Again, get them behind the sticks. They're not comfortable throwing the ball, and you can see that. So get them behind the sticks on 1st, 2nd down, and you should have some success tonight. Great job by Jaden King. Getting another pick this season. Again, had a big one against Del City, and good to see him there continuing to make plays for the junior.
Lathan Boone with 2 running backs. He's got the split formation and 2 wide receivers to the near side. It's option look. He's going to pitch it. One man to beat. Number 26 on the carry. That's Deion McKinney Jr. He takes the pitch. Nothing wrong with a little option football. Positive yardage for the Hornets. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Going to be right out on the other side of the Bartlesville Bruin 25-yard line. And there's the end of the first quarter.
Booker T 7, Bruins 0. Football fans, please let me draw your attention.
Let's give it up for our sponsors tonight, Hornets. The Westview Medical Center, Advantage Roofing Construction, Kate Jones of Keller Williams, your Tulsa Realtor, Levinson Law, and Wingstop. These are the sponsors for Hornet TV that make this possible, and we're so thankful. If you're enjoying the games, make sure you do some business with our sponsors. Lathan Boone is going to have it at the 25-yard line, takes a snap. Here's an inside give. Looks like it's going to be to Jaden Carroll. Going to get some positive yardage for the Hornets. Should be good enough for a Hornet first down.
Great job there. Again, just continue to move the sticks, having some success in the run game. You know, you mentioned the sponsors there as we came out of the break. And, yeah, definitely thank you to all our sponsors for putting this together. This has been, you know, really fun so far. And, you know, we're not just about halfway through the season. But hopefully Hornet fans, you know, around the state, around the country, and the world are enjoying, you know, being able to catch the Hornet game, especially in these times, you know. It's great to have it this year, especially because, you know, you got people that normally would be coming to the games here in town. And unfortunately, with, you know, what's going on with COVID-19, you know, they're not able to. So glad we can bring it to those that can't make it, whether it be because of COVID or whether it be because of location. But again, if you guys are enjoying the broadcast, I'd love for you to tell your friends and family, and, you know, we'll continue to do our best for you and try to give you guys an enjoyable Friday night.
And speaking of sponsors, the Booker T Washington Hornets are glad to present Health and Safety Education Consultants, Premier Healthcare Training Center, offering certified nurse aid and certified medication aid training. Call 918-812-0299 to learn more about the course offerings. This is a minority, female-owned business in North Tulsa, and this is the community change that we've all been looking forward. We appreciate all of our sponsors, and absolutely, like you were saying, Kirk, it's been really good to provide Hornet football to so many Hornets that are all over the world. During the week, I hear from either classmates or just other Hornets that reach out to me that I know, and they enjoy being able to watch the football game, get a sense of that pride in that community that we all know and we love.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny, and I heard apparently we had a Choctaw visitor on our broadcast last week leaving some comments for us. So, hey, visitors, we appreciate you watching the game. Hope you enjoy it.
Lathan Boone, 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the Bruin 22-yard line. He's got 4 wide receivers, 1 man in the backfield. Here's a quick hitch route. It's going to be caught on the far side over there. Going to get a couple of yards. Good as a run and play for the Hornets.
Chambers on the left side.
Some Kai Chambers on the catch there.
Nice catch by Chambers. You know, one of the things we've talked about, Kirk, it just has to be pitch and catch. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Just, you know, give your quarterback a target, catch the ball, worry about getting the ball and moving the sticks.
Yeah, again, in particular, when you got the speed that we do, you play pitch and catch, somebody's going to miss a tackle and you're going to be able to break one. It's what we've done for years, and, again, it's just about fundamentals and making the pitch and catch first.
Boone puts Warren in motion, makes the inside handoff to Jaden Carroll. Getting deeper. Now we're into the red zone, getting deeper into Bruin territory, bringing up 3rd down. Going to be a short or manageable 3rd down and play to get a first down. Only going to be about 4 yards, so the playbook is wide open here for the Hornets. We've got 10 minutes, 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Hornets are threatening, up currently 7-0 over the Bartlesville Bruins.
Yeah, let's see if we can get on third down here and see if we can't convert and get us a new set of downs.
Boone gets a snap, looks to his right, throws the screen pass. This time he gives the heater, but the heater is what he needs to do after throwing a beautiful slant pass. Touchdown, Hornets.
Yeah, great play there, and again, another nice play by Demetrius Prudhomme. I'll tell you, just a sophomore. I'm really excited about him. He's going to be fun to watch for the next 2.5 seasons.
You know, that's the second slant pass that Prudhomme has caught for a touchdown this season. And the thing is, the play's open. Here's a kick. It's down. Point after touchdown is good. With 10 minutes, 31 seconds left in the second quarter, the Hornets take a 14-0 lead over the Bartlesville Bruins. And that's what I was saying, Kirk. We saw Prudhomme catch a slant pass similar to that for about 44 yards. I believe it was the Dell City game. We knew it was set up. We knew it was there. All we had to worry about was whether or not Lathan Boone was going to get the snap, set his foot, and just put it right there.
You know, it's funny that Dell City, that slant, I feel like I remember somebody calling that play coming up. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know, but it seems familiar to me. But
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, Kirk. Tony Romo's not here.
No, he's definitely not. But hey, we're all we got, so we'll do what we can. No, again, great pitch and catch right there. Great throw by Boone. Great catch by Prudhomme. And again, we're talking about a sophomore to sophomore connection there. Again, there's a lot of youth on this team to be excited about, and you know, again, seeing Prudhomme step up with some of the injuries we've had, obviously, it is exciting to see. Obviously, we hate to lose the players that we have, but it's great to see some young guys step up, as well as some older guys.
Hornet fans, this is the start that personally I felt like we had to have. You've got a team in Bartlesville that basically took a slobber knocking to the woodshed beating last weekend. We're coming off of a loss. This is what you got to see the Hornets do to get the ship righted and to get into district play and get us back to where we need to be.
Yeah, definitely. You never know how a team's going to come off a game like that. But this is a game – hey, look, this is Booker T TV, right? This is a game we should win. But we need to come out and take care of business because if we don't, they're capable of beating you.
Here's a deep kick that's going to be returned. Bruin receivers got it. He's got room here to the near side of the field, but somebody's got the angle on him. He tries to cut back, look for some blocking. He's going to be taken down. Good return. Going to be taken down at the Bruin 35-yard line. That's a decent return, though, but the Hornets' speed would evident right there.
Yeah, really good return there. Great effort by the return man, but again, good effort by the coverage team to not give up on the play. You know, there were several guys that got behind the ball, behind the returner, worked their way back, and again kept contained and get a gang tackle there. So a good job there to not lose containment and give up a seam because he's got some speed. So you give him a seam and you know he's got a chance to go to the house.
Paxton Bradford, the quarterback, the burly, bruising runner quarterback, is in the I formation. Basically, he's going to make the inside fake, keep it himself. And when I say I formation for Bartlesville, basically it's the shotgun, it's the pistol. But for them, they're going to look to try as much power out of it as possible. Bartlesville is trying to be a power running team, but spread you out just from the standpoint of scheme.
Yeah, and again, we've seen it all year, like you've said. Spread us out, but ultimately they're still looking to run the ball.
Absolutely. They've
Good
got
job there by the Hornets.
Two H-backs in the backfield with Bradford. Now they shift him. We've seen this. The defensive line for the Hornets shift. Here comes the motion. Here's an RPO look, but the ball is going to be fumbled. Bradford picks it up, but he's going to be taken down for a loss. Now there's a play we've seen before, Kirk.
Yep, we've seen it there. This time he decided to hand it off, had a little trouble with the exchange, and we're able to get him for a loss. Number 7, Jay Notes, a freshman, getting in on that one. Again, another young Hornet with a lot of good years ahead of him.
I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to explain it, Hornet fans. This is the type of offense where your linebackers and safeties have to play with their eyes. Sure, football is a physical game, but you've got to basically play with your eyes first. You've got to see what's going on and then read your keys. Bradford makes the fake, looking to his right. He guns it. After not being wrapped up by number 11, the receiver for the Bruins is going to be able to take it down on the coverage. Jordan Drew. Basically, he gives a thud to the wide receiver. but the receiver brings it in. Going to be good enough for a Bruin first down.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Just like the last drive, you get 2 negative plays on first and second down. So you got them in third and long, exactly what you want. And there you give up a big pass. And, that's unfortunate. And maybe that's my fault because I said they weren't too adept in the passing game.
Man in motion. Here's a zone read. Inside give who tries to bounce it outside. Tries to run back into the middle. A swarm of Hornets is going to be able to take the running back down. A nifty run that gets none. Going to be second down. Maybe a nifty run that got one for the Bruins.
Yeah, a good job by Jay Notes on the outside. Thought he was getting held. Thought we might see a flag, but hey, we'll take second and 9.
Bartlesville Bruins now at the Hornet 47-yard line. Paxton Bradford takes the snap. Zone read, inside give. Big guy gets the ball. He's going to get some positive yardage for the Bruins. Going to bring up a third and manageable. But once again, the Hornet defense is going to have plenty of options to cover.
That's a big old boy.
He is.
Took several Hornets to get him down. A great job by Jonathan Ingram to get the initial contact. Because if you look at it, I don't know if he was fast enough, but he had, Jonathan misses him there, and he's got open lane to the end zone.
He might lumber, not run. He might lumber.
But either way, great job by Jonathan Ingram to get a hold of him, hold him up and get some help from the rest of his team.
Bradford in the check with me. He's got one eye back, one H back, 2 wide receivers to the far side. He gets the snap. Here's an inside give, but the Hornets are right there on third down. Nobody was fooled about that. I don't even need to call any names. Let's just go white shirts with the beautiful orange numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, right in the gut there, that's going to be Jaden Brown, Amandre Tiger, getting in there. But, yeah, it was the whole defense on there. You're
Everybody up front. How about that?
There you go.
All right, Hornet fans, it's 4th down and 3 for the Bartlesville Bruins. Clock running down towards the half, 6 minutes, 47 seconds. Our Booker T Washington Hornets are up 14-0 over the Bartlesville Bruins. They've made this decision at least to line up to go for it. Ball's in Hornet territory barely.
Hard count. Nope.
Bradford is going to drop back, looking to throw here to the near side, and once again it's going to be intercepted. Oh, it's going to come out, or it's going to be fumbled. It's going to be intercepted and fumbled, picked up by the Hornets, looking to pick up some blocks to get to the far sideline. Finally going to be taken down. Number 32 on the fumble recovery. That's Isaac Covington, the freshman, making another play. But number 25, Jaden King, we've been calling his name all night. That time he's in perfect coverage, goes up and makes the interception. Hornet football.
Yeah, interesting play. We saw one of those. Was that last week against Choctaw with the interception, and we fumbled it back to him?
Yep, we fumbled it back to him.
So at least this time we got the interception and got the fumble back ourselves. So, great job there by Jaden King again. Great coverage, one-on-one. He's on an island, and he makes the play.
Time to go up top right here. Boone gets the snap. It's a bad snap. He swings it out to the right, but this is a lateral. Got to be covered. Got to be covered. Got to be covered. Got to be covered. Recovered by the Bruins, and he's just standing there. He's still on his feet. Got to be taken down. Now we finally have a whistle. Oh, they're going to say that the pass is incomplete. There's no replay. Pass is incomplete. Looked to me like after the fumble snap, Lathan Boone threw it out on a lateral on the attempted pass to number 26, Deion McKinney Jr. McKinney thinking that the play was dead. I didn't hear a whistle. He didn't do anything with the ball. The Bruins picked it up and then didn't know what to do with it. They stood there.
Yeah, that was interesting. If you're the Bruins, you want to pick that up, run it in. Obviously, we need to follow on that as well. You never want to assume that's an incomplete pass. Anything like that, anything lateral like that, you need to assume it's backwards pass and fall on the ball.
Here's another Wildcat direct snap to Jaden Carroll, who goes over left end, gets positive yards before cutting back a little bit. Going to be taken down about 4 yards short of a first down. Ball's going to be on the Bartlesville Bruin 38-yard line. 3rd down and 3, let's say 4. Playbook's going to be wide open for the Hornets. Lathan Boone, the quarterback, has Jalen Teague, number 1, alone to the top side. 2 wide receivers to the near side.
A lot of cushion, too. 2
running backs in the backfield. The coach for the Bruins has called a timeout. Folks are still a little bit miffed by the non-lateral call. Coach for the Bruins, that's Jason Short. He's going to call the entire defense to the sideline. The entire Hornets basically have gone to huddle at their sideline. We got 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the half. Our sponsors, once again, Westview Medical Center, Advantage Roofing Construction, Kate Jones of Keller Williams, your Tulsa Realtor, Levinson Law, and Wingstop. These are your sponsors for Hornet TV. We appreciate them, and we hope you appreciate them too. We're going to be here with you all season, home and away for Hornet football. Feels good to be watching another game, Kurt.
No, absolutely. Honestly, I feel like the week flew by. Feels like just a couple days ago we were doing Choctaw, and now here we are up in Bartlesville again. Beautiful night, great stadium, nice setting, good uniform matchup too. You mentioned the all white with the orange numbers. I like that, and then we kind of got the Carolina blue and navy going on for Bartlesville. I like it.
Lathan Boone in the pistol. Here's another bad snap. He's going to look to his left. Reception is made over there to number 1. That's the big man, Jalen Teague. He's going to have positive yardage, good enough for a Hornet first down.
Yeah, great job again. You got one-on-one coverage with Teague there, and you want to take that matchup more often than not. Again, they're playing pretty far off, so obviously if they do that, you just hit them on a little hitch. And if they creep up, we can go behind them too. Whoa.
Oh, it's not first down. Makeup call? Got to be a makeup call.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Got to be a makeup call.
Got to be it.
So it's going to be 4th down and 1 for the Hornets. Hornets break the huddle. Now we're going to have the refs stop the play. Trying to see what we got going here. Going to be actually a timeout for the Hornets. Their first of the night.
That's interesting.
Very interesting is what that is.
Yeah.
As I learned in Spanish, I'll say it this way. Muy interesante. So the Hornets, 2-2 on the year, lost our first district game to Choctaw. This is our second district game. We all know who lingers out there later on in the schedule that's kind of bulldozing through the schedule. But the thing is, every week you have to get better. Every week you have to be able to put more into the offense, into the defense, Kirk, because it's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And as we've learned, injuries are going to play a factor in these things. Unfortunately, we've been on the wrong side of that thus far. But, what we've got a young team getting better. I mean, don't get me wrong. We got some key seniors on this team, which you got a lot of sophomores, some juniors, and, again, even a couple freshmen get into the mix. So,
all right.
Again, long season with a young team.
Finally, they're going to roll up the defense against Jalen Teague. Here's a deep handoff to Carroll. He's going to be able to get upfield, tries to break a tackle. It might be a sprint. He breaks another tackle. He's in the clear if he can get a block. A man has an angle, but he's still running. That's Jaden Carroll, the bruising running back. We only needed a yard. We'll take 50.
There
Almost
goes
going to
that
score a
man.
touchdown.
Great run there. And, you see that a lot on a 4th and 1, 3rd and 1. Everybody stacks the box. And, again, you get a hole, you break that first tackle, you may be gone. In that case, you broke about 3 or 4. So, great run there. Good effort by Bartlesville not to give up on the play. You get a guy from the far side going down to track him down. But, again, first down here. And, again, you get past that questionable call of, not giving us the first down. And
1st and goal from the 7. Boone has 2 running backs in the backfield in the pro set. The inside give is once again to Jaden Carroll. Then one of the things, Kirk, about the long run we just saw by Jaden Carroll was the footwork. I mean, he kept his feet moving.
Yeah, absolutely. That's as big a breaking a tackle as anything else with your upper body. Just keep the feet moving, keep charging forward. And again, he was able to break a couple and, again, put us here in 1st and goal. 2nd and goal now.
Going to be 2nd and goal, as Kirk said, for the Hornets. Clock winding down, 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in the second half. This time, Lathan Boone is going to have 4 wide receivers, 1 running back basically behind him, now moves over to the left in the pistol formation. Boone fakes it, throws it out to the left. Man has 1 man to beat, but he's going to be wrestled down. Ball is complete. Jordan Drew, the receiver, makes the reception on that. We're getting closer to knocking on the door, but we haven't kicked it in just yet.
Yeah, and a good job there by Bartlesville to get to the ball and make a good open field tackle there.
3rd down and 6 for the Hornets. Basically, this is a get-it-in, goal line situation. Hornets break the huddle.
I'm going.
Teague is going to be one man isolated on the top
I'm lobbing
side.
up to Teague if this is me.
2 wide receivers here to the near side. Boone takes a snap. He's looking. There's the fade. Going to be too far outside. Teague is able to make the reception, but it's going to be out of bounds. And there's the same thing, Kirk. You got to just let him play jump ball for it back there.
Yeah, really, if you're Boone there, all you got to do is make sure you keep it in play and just let him, again, go one-on-one. Just it's a rebound. And Teague knows how to use his size and leaping ability there, his strength. And that's all you want to do. You just want to give him a chance to make that catch.
And the thing about it, that's the young quarterback doing what he was taught and trained to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough, it's a tough throw. We see it a lot in college football. Almost seems like it's commonplace, but it's a very difficult throw. And he'll get better. Again, you're talking about a sophomore quarterback in his, 5th start. He'll get better at that throw.
Here's the field goal attempt. Ball is down. Jackson Marsh is going to make the kick, and it's going to be good, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see what we've got. Going to have running into the kicker on the Bruins. See how they're going to assess this. Coach Jonathan Brown is out on the field. He's getting the word from the stripes.
Goal to go, so I would assume you'd still be in 4th down.
Yes, sir. Can't get a first down. Three minutes, 29 seconds left in the half. Let's see what we've got here. The Hornets are signaling that they like what's being said. We're waiting. Yep, it's automatic first down. So we've got not running into, but we've got roughing the kicker, which is a personal foul. So that's going to be able to give the Hornets a first down deep inside the red zone. Let's see where the ball is going to be spotted. It was at the 6-yard line was where the ball was spotted. The kicker was about 7 yards behind that. So the ball's going to be placed basically at the 2.5-yard line for the Hornets. First down, 3 minutes, 29 seconds. Here's a play where if you score here, you can start, closing the door on your opponent.
Yeah, let's see if we get another.
Boone in the shotgun calls his own. No, we're Wildcat. Wildcat to Jaden Carroll, direct snap. And he's going to run it in. Touchdown, Hornets.
Hey, and that's a great job. And you know what? Love to see Jaden Carroll get the payoff on that drive. He's the one that got him down there with that great run. And so you like to see him be able to finish it off. So
absolutely.
Penalty works in our favor and get a fresh set of downs. And, hey, you know what? What's great about that, too, is not only obviously you get the touchdown, but you also get some confidence for Jackson Marsh. He still got to go out there and kick a field goal, right? And even though it doesn't count on the scoreboard,
it was dead-eye good.
Yeah.
Jackson Marsh this time on the point after touchdown. The ball is down. He kicks it, and it's good. With 3 minutes, 25 seconds left in the half, the Booker T Washington Hornets take a score of 21-0 over the Bartlesville Bruins. Hornets are doing it tonight, Hornet fans, putting points on the board, finishing drives. Looks like the playbook is wide open. We're running a little Wildcat. Lathan Boone, quarterback, is composed. Hasn't thrown any passes tonight that were even close to getting into enemy hands. We're clicking on all cylinders right now, Kurt.
Yeah, it's looking really good right now. Again, defense, I tell you what, still's giving up some big gains. I'd really love to see them again really step on the throat, tighten up, and just really put this one away. Just demoralize them, right? Let's just let's take the wheel out of them. You got 3 minutes here. You want to get into this halftime 21-0, if not 24-28-0. Don't give up a touchdown, because if you give up a touchdown here before the end of the half, you are leaving a little bit of light there.
Yep.
And
don't leave the door cracked.
No, you got the more talented team, but obviously, as we saw last week in a college football team, the most talented team is not always going to win the game. If you get somebody playing with a lot of heart.
I'll argue with them on that, Kirk. I say the more talented team won the game. They just spotted them for 3 quarters and is all it was to it. Just because you wear crimson doesn't mean anything. Here's a deep kick by Jackson Marsh, going to be received at about the 15-yard line by the Bruins. Going to try to make some positive yards with it and gets close to the 30-yard line. The Bruins are going to scrimmage this time, have it first and 10 at about the 28. They're on 28-yard line. Going to see if
Good
they're going
job
to
on
try
the
to do
coverage
something
there.
with
Don't
it
give
here.
up anything in the return game.
First down, Bruins from the 29.
Once again, our producer, Mr. Maverick, giving you the beautiful HD views. We hope you're enjoying it home. Definitely going to be checking that feed at halftime to see what fans are out there and what they have to say. Hornet fans, that's right. Give us some questions. If there's anything you have a question about, let us know. We'll definitely try to get your answers during halftime.
Absolutely, and shout out. Let us know where you're watching from.
Bradford on the zone read makes the inside handoff.
Dylan McCoy on the carry for the
Got a
Bruins.
big guy that's basically just trying to lumber.
4-yard gain brings up second down 6.
I feel like we also need a shout out to Maverick's dope parents for giving him that awesome name.
Gain of 4 on the
Real
play.
MVPs.
Bruins now on their own 33. Clock winding down. Bradford puts a man in motion. Inside hand, fake handoff. But it's going to be broken up. Now, you talking about breaking on the ball. That's Jordan Drew. Woo, son. You can't draw that up any better, Jordan Drew. I mean,
That's a great play.
defensive backs are taught to get into their read. If they see the ball, they're supposed to drive on it. And in that situation, he drove on it. He should be taking that one to the house. Third down, Bruins. Bradford looking to his left. He's going to gun it downfield. This
There he
is
is
going to
again.
be up again. But here's the third interception for Jaden King, who's basically going to run it and return it out of bounds for the Hornets. There's another interception for the Bruins. And Jaden King, he's going for player of the game tonight, huh, Kurt?
Hey, absolutely. Love to see it. Doing a great job. Again, he's been in great position all night, and it's showing. That's just rises to the occasion, and beautiful high point there, and great play by Jaden King.
Great point you made by high pointing the ball. I mean, Jaden King is in that safety position. He sees the wide receiver running down the field. He knows he's got one of his guys that have the backside coverage. If the pass is long or the pass is high, he's basically just driving to a spot and catching it at his highest point. Hornets are going to have the ball once again in the Wildcat formation. But here's a reverse. Back to Lathan Boone. He looks, doesn't have anything. He's going to throw it back to Jaden Carroll, and he's got a lot of room to run. He's going to cut back. He's hit. Going to be taken down. Nice play design for the Hornets. It's going to be good enough for a Hornet first down.
I like that. Looks like we took a little bit from Choctaw last week. And, hey, you know what? That's good coaching. And when you see something that works,
Run
even
it.
if it ain't yours, take
Steal it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's a great play by the Hornets. Lathan Boone, the quarterback, was in the slot to the left side. He comes in motion to start the play. The Wildcat snap to Jaden Carroll, who then goes to his left, flips it back to Lathan Boone, who was looking to his right, didn't have anybody to throw it to, but he's got Jaden Carroll back to his left to throw it to. This time Boone has two running backs. He's going to give the inside give. Jaden Carroll weaves through the secondary, gets it to the second level, and he takes it to the house. Jaden Carroll, touchdown Hornets. And who said it was almost halftime, Hornet fans? Hornets are putting points on the board. With 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the half, Hornets get an interception, and they turn it into points. Current score, Booker T Washington Hornets 27, Bartlesville Bruins 0.
I'm going to call that the law firm sequence. Jaden and Jaden there. Getting the ball back and putting it in the end zone.
Jackson Morris, the kicker, waiting on a snap. It's back. It's down. Hold is good. Ball is up. And it's no good. Did he miss that left?
No good.
Kind of looked like maybe they got a piece of it.
Maybe it
definitely
was-
didn't get his normal trajectory. So
Well,
a little hard
you
to
know,
see from the opposite end of the press box on that one. But yeah, I think
it's
kind
an
of looked like
odd
maybe they got a
angle
piece
for
of
us.
it. Yeah.
But he missed it. So the score is still going to remain 27-0. Your Booker T Washington Hornets widened their lead with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the half. Let me take the time to recognize our sponsors again. Westview Medical Center, Advantage Roofing Construction, Kate Jones of Keller Williams, Your Tulsa Realtor, Levinson Law, and Wingstop.
You know,
Let me give some scores real quick, Kirk. The number one 6A2 ranked Bixby Spartans are currently up 21-7 over Carl Albert. Number two 6A2 Stillwater is up 27 over 27-6 over Dell City. Muskogee currently down 7-17 to Sand Springs. Ponca City and Choctaw are in a battle in the second quarter, 14-12. Ponca City ahead.
That just gives you an idea how tough this district and this class is. You see some close games. Obviously, we took it down to the wire with Dell City. You see them trailing big to Stillwater. Choctaw and Ponca City. Again, we just played Choctaw last week and got Ponca up in a few weeks, and they're in a tight battle. Even again, Carl Albert, who typically is the cream of the crop, and they're down 21-7 to Bixby again. Bixby very strong, obviously, as we all know. So you see, there's a lot of parity and there's gonna be a lot of competition. It's gonna be really fun this second half of the season.
Jackson Marsh with the deep kick, but the ball goes out of bounds. So the Bartlesville Bruins are going to be able to scrimmage from the 35-yard line. Still got some time. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the half. The Bruins are going to have to make a decision, Kirk. Are they going to come out throwing, or are they going to still continue running the power and get into down and distances where they have to throw, and then the Hornets are just playing great in the secondary?
Yeah, definitely. And if I'm Bartlesville, I'm running this clock out, trying to get in the halftime and try to talk things out, see what you can do in the second half. Again, if they keep putting it up, obviously I think they've got more interceptions than completions tonight.
Bradford puts a man in motion, inside fake, but he's got room to run here on the left side. He's going to cut back, finally going to be taken down. Once again, kind of that misdirection based off of motion. Paxton Bradford is going to be able to get a first down for the Bartlesville Bruins. They're going to be in Hornet territory. This time they're going to try to line up quick as the clock is running down.
Good job by the freshman, Isaac Covington, to come across and make the tackle.
Got to play hard no matter what's going on. This time, Bradford inside fake, going to throw it up. Hornets are in coverage on that play. Once again, number 11, Jordan Drew, is basically playing shark defense in the secondary.
Yeah, he's all over him there. There was nothing for that receiver to do.
Had great coverage on that particular play. Paxton Bradford, the quarterback all the way for the Bruins, had a good night running the football. This time he's got 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. He puts in motion. Once again, inside fake, going to run to his left, going to finally get to the sideline again, going to be taken out of bounds at about the 30. And that's kind of a bread and butter play for the Bruins, Kirk. You basically line up, bring a man in motion. You get an overload on one side of the field, and if you get an angle, you've got a place to run.
Yeah, it's definitely been their, like you said, bread and butter night. It's been their most successful play. Really, for the most part, their only successful play they've been able to run. And, we'll see how the rest of the half ends up. But Coach Brown and the staff get in the locker room at halftime, see if they can make some adjustments on that.
Once again, Bradford puts a man in motion. Inside give this time, but it's going to be snuffed out. Good penetration by the Booker T Washington defensive line. Got a little talk in there, but Amandre Tiger is right there to basically turn the fountain off. Amandre Tiger is number 53. He's a sophomore for the Hornets. 1 minute, 17 seconds left in the half. Bruins are trying to get something going. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Bradford has the snap. Here's a give, but immediately wrapped up and taken down in the backfield by number 20, Jonathan Ingram, basically coming from the linebacker position. And, Kirk, that's the thing about the zone read. You've got that inside give action, and the offensive line is either, zone blocking, and it lets a linebacker to run downhill and get into the backfield. But if the quarterback doesn't hand it off, now he's running free.
Right, exactly. And so, worked out well there. Obviously, we've seen it go the other way tonight. Again, luckily, we've gotten good help from the safeties and the linebackers to keep anything from going too big when the quarterback does keep it. But, yeah, if everybody does their job right, you can play it right, but, again, it can burn you big too.
And let's identify something for the fans watching at home. Like we saw last week, once again, the Hornets, depending on the alignment that Bartlesville is in, we don't have a safety back. The only time we've talked about safeties is when Bartlesville has gone to that 3 wide or 4, well, really and truly 4 wide on definite passing downs. But on these intermediate or early, downs in the series, we don't have anybody back at safety. Everybody is within 4 yards of the ball.
Right, and so that's the thing. If you're not sure and you don't tackle, there's going to be a lot of open space.
I love the way you said that. If you're not sure and you don't tackle. This time the Hornets have somebody back, but it's 3rd and 13 for the Bruins.
Yeah.
Bradford has 2 wide receivers to the wide side, takes a snap, inside fake, going to step up with a little pressure, still rolling to his right, throws to the boundary, but great coverage there by Jordan Drew. Basically, he ran that out route better than the wide receiver did. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, Jordan Drew, again, he's been great in coverage all night, and I think I missed the number. I think Jonathan Ingram on the pressure there. Just great job by each level of the defense there, and Jordan Drew, he's been all over it all night.
You're right about that. That pressure to snuff Bradford out of the pocket, and here's a timeout by Bartlesville. 56 seconds left in the half. Your Booker T Washington Hornets with a 27-0 lead, and yeah, you're right about that, Kirk. You know that play is made sometimes by the way, you know, the 8th guy works with the 11th guy. I mean, you've got 11 guys out there on the defense, but you've got a guy on the defensive line that got the quarterback to start moving, and now because he's rolling, it allows the defensive back to get, you know, better in position on the coverage. I mean, Jordan Drew was out there at the end of it, but we don't know what was going early in the play without a replay to see whether or not he may have been beat earlier.
Yeah. I doubt it, but maybe. Right? No, I say that in jest, but just the fact that Jordan's been great all night thus far.
Yes.
Like I say, he's been in the right spot pretty much every play that we've seen. But you are right. There's times where you're not going to see anything to the end result, and again, without going back and rewatching. But again, great job getting pressure on the quarterback because that is hard. Once he breaks the pocket, whether he's under duress or what, when that play breaks down, then keeping up with your receiver, it gets a lot tougher there. So.
Because you know that Bartlesville didn't practice that play from a timing standpoint to do what you saw they had to do there, and that kind of leads to the incompletion.
Yeah, we'll see what they do there. Call timeout, so still looks like they're going for it.
4th down, 56 seconds remaining. Hornet defensive back, Arkansas commit Keywan Parker is to the far side. Bradford gets the snap. He looks, but there's a sack. Who's it? Number 20. Jonathan Ingram.
He's been great tonight.
Oh, man, he's coming downhill from the linebacker position with bad intentions. Great play by Jonathan Ingram.
The linebackers, him, Aiden Walker, Ethan Grogan, they've been great tonight. Again, and really a strength of this defense. Really good players on all 3 levels for the Hornet defense, and they've all been playing well tonight.
51 seconds left. I'm going up top. I'm just calling it right now. I'm going up top. You got to go up top.
Why not? They got one-on-one on Jalen Teague over there.
And he's got a split where he's got the wide side of the field. The defensive back is always already rocking back. And Lathan Boone is looking that way. He doesn't have him, but he's going to loft one to number 9, who's got the reception. And he's got the sideline, and he's still got the sideline, taken down at about the almost the 20-yard line. That's number 9. Demetrius Prudham, and really and truly, that play was made by Lathan Boone. I mean, let's be honest.
Yep.
We knew at the snap of the ball that Lathan Boone was looking for number 1, Jalen Teague, and Prudham came from the other side of the field, wide open. Yeah. Boone takes a couple of steps on the roll and hits him perfectly.
Yeah, and here's what I love about that. You're talking about a sophomore quarterback. That play, like you said, that was Jalen Teague deep. And that's what he wanted from the get-go. But it's not there. He looks and he checks down. That's a great play by a young quarterback.
40 seconds left in the half. The Hornets in Bartlesville territory. Boone looks back. He guns it. He's got a man. Unable to bring it in. That's Jalen Teague. Had his hands wrong. Basically, he was fighting the ball on that one, Kirk. I mean, that's as a wide receiver, you're taught, you know, on something like that, you've got to let the ball cradle into you instead of basically fighting the ball to make that reception. You had decent coverage on the play, but you expect – you know, Teague to bring that one in.
Yeah, and I think 9 times out of 10 he does. Just like I said, didn't play that one the way he wanted to. Again, good throw by Boone because there was good coverage. So he put that where only Jalen's going to catch it.
Once again, the Hornets being aggressive. Ball on the Bartlesville Bruin 21-yard line. Lathan Boone is going to roll to his left, but he's going to be taken down. Big loss on the play. Clock running. 27 seconds left in the half. Timeout taken by the Hornets. Hornets are being aggressive here, looking to get 2 scores in the last 2 minutes of the half, basically put these Bruins away.
Yeah, again, you know, we talked when it was 21-0 with the Bruins getting the ball back. We talked about the importance of closing out the half, not letting them get on the board, and here we are. We've gotten one touchdown since then and threatened for another. So you got third and long. From where you're at right now, you're probably in four-down territory. They get a little bit closer. You may see Jackson Marsh. So really with this third down, you can kind of go and just kind of see what third down gets you. Yeah, playbook's open. If you get a good gain, you look at going forward on fourth. If you don't, we're sitting – you got a pretty long field goal there, but you are at the end of the half. So if you miss, it's not going to hurt you.
Let Jackson Marsh
good
take a
chance
stab
to maybe
at
build some confidence for Jackson and let him get an attempt from deeper out.
I'm calling 4 wide slant pass. Middle of the field is going to be wide open. Jalen Boone needs to get the snap, set his foot, and basically throw it to the goalpost.
Well, since we can't pick the same play, I'll just throw it up to Jalen Teague.
But they've got 3 wide, so the slant might be negated. Number 13, Sterling Warren, is in the slot. Third down and 19 for the Hornets. Too. Boone gets the snap. He throws it up. Once again, going to the corner. There's Teague. This time, looks like he had enough, but that one fell to the ground.
Yeah, I thought maybe we could have seen a flag there for pass interference. We didn't, so we'll see what they decide to do. Again, you're looking at a pretty long field goal.
And that's just a situation, Jalen Teague is a great athlete, but that goes into just the development as a wide receiver. You've got a kid that's a great athlete. The defensive side of the ball may be his calling card at the next level, and that's just a situation where just being developed as a wide receiver, you've got to basically see that ball down and make a play for your quarterback.
Well, I'd hate to see him in the secondary somewhere.
Lathan Boone back. He's going to roll to his right. 3 wide receivers in the pattern. He's going to throw it up. This was going to be short at the goal line into coverage, off the hands of a Bartlesville Bruin defender, almost intercepted. Ball falls incomplete. So it looks like the Bruins are going to take over on downs. 13 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, his receiver loses footing there. Whether or not he's going to make that catch, maybe not, but at least comes.
Basically, you had number 13, Sterling Warren, running a slant pass basically away from Lathan Boone, and Boone rolling to his right. He didn't see Warren maybe, go on the quarterback scramble where, he would have been wide open in the middle of the field. Bruins are going to take the snap with 13 seconds left.
If you're Booker T, just stay disciplined here. Don't give up anything.
Bradford with the inside handoff. Going to get some positive yardage for the Bruins. And that's probably going to run out the half. Jaden Brown for Booker T is going to be the person to make the tackle. And that's the end of the first half. Your Booker T Washington Hornets take a 27-0 lead over the Bartlesville Bruins. Hornet fans, Hornets are looking good tonight. Halftime coming, and myself and your man Kirk Jones are going to go over some things. Let's start by giving an update on some scores. At halftime, the Bixby Spartans have a 21-7 lead over Midwest City Carl Albert. The Muskogee Roughers at halftime are down by 3 to the Sand Springs Sandites with the score of 17-14. At halftime, Choctaw is ahead 20-14 over Ponca City. And Stillwater leads Dale City 27-6, and that game is prior to halftime. So, Kirk, we got one half of football in the books. You've said it, and now I'll say it. This is a game the Hornets were supposed to win.
Yeah, this game they're supposed to win, and coming off 2 losses, this is when they really needed to win. And so far it does look like they're on track for that. Again, you still got a whole other half of football. Again, really, like you mentioned, there's really only one play that's been hurting them, on defense, and that's been the quarterback keeper on that zone read. So, again, Coach Brown's got a chance now to get with his defense in the locker room, and Coach Neathon and the linebackers, Coach Boone in the defensive line, and just see what we can do to shore that up and just see if we can take that play away. And really, if you take that away, unless they come up with something else, you've kind of really stopped, again, cut their head off with what they want to do.
And the zone read has been an issue for the Hornets, as we said before, all season long. And, it's an offense. It has merit to it. The whole thing about it is to disrupt what the defense sees at the defensive line and at the linebacker level. And basically, you're just trying to pick your spots where you can make the inside handoff, or the quarterback can run behind him to the same side or go to the other side. And Booker T has taken the stance of, we're not going to have a safety deep. We're going to bring everybody down close to the line of scrimmage. And like you were saying, you've got to take it's feast or famine. I mean, you've got everybody there to clog up everything. But as we saw against Choctaw, if you let a tight end release, he's wide open in the middle of the field. Or like we're seeing tonight, if you start motion the opposite way, it allows the quarterback to have some big gains. And this is the second game that we've seen a quarterback be the leading rusher for our opponent. Bishop McInnes did it, and now tonight with the quarterback Bradford.
Yeah, well, in Del City too, they were pretty much quarterback run heavy as well, and so we've seen it. So you'd like to see a little more success on it. And again, if he goes inside, you've seen the success, but he keeps burning them on the outside. Again, not every play. Overall, again, I mean, there's a reason there's a 0 on the scoreboard, right? It's not because they're doing a bad job.
Absolutely.
So there's some plays, and like I say, luckily when you got the speed to kind of make up for that and make sure he doesn't break it for a long one. Again, if this is Del City and we give him that kind of, he's gone, right?
You got problems.
And we got a closer game. So, you've got the ability to make up some of that, and that just comes with, that's a luxury of having speed on the defense. And, again, we do have a 0 on the scoreboard, so I'm not going to be too critical, but you'd like to see him shore that up. And it'll be really interesting to see, what does Bartlesville do in the second half? Do they stay with what they've been doing? Do they try to go for wide and actually air it out a little bit more, try to catch up? Again, we've seen thus far, without having a stat sheet in front of me, I think he might have more completed passes to us than he does to his own team. I mean, Jay King's probably the leading receiver right now.
Exactly.
And
we'll
I don't
take
know.
that.
Yeah, absolutely we'll take it. So, I mean, if we get them into spreading out and throwing it around, that's exactly what we want. Between Jaden King, Jordan Drew, Demetrius Prudhomme, you got Isaac Covington who's been in there as well and made some plays. If that's what they want to do, then that's going to play right into our hands.
And like you're saying, if we can get them to do that, meaning that's the only option, looking at the scoreboard, it may be, but this is a team that wants to run heavy package RPO. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about heavy package, 2 tight ends, either 2 of them in the backfield or 2 of them on the line. And they're looking to pound the defense. They want to wear you down. And unfortunately, when you're down by 27, you don't have enough time to run ground and pound. But what we have to be worried about is whether or not our safeties and our linebackers don't play with their eyes and it lets people get free. Now, we haven't seen Bartlesville attempt to do that. I hope they're not holding back for the second half. But right now, it seems that their package is not good enough to beat our scheme.
Right. And so, again, you kind of got to decide if you're Bartlesville. Do you want to start throwing more to try to get back in this game, knowing the risk based on how you've thrown thus far? Or do you just keep doing what you do, knowing that there's probably not enough time to win the game doing it? But, again, this team, they're 1-3. They are in the process of building a program, so maybe they're just going to take this as we're going to do what we do, and we've got a live, real opponent to practice against. And, we're not going up against each other. So you got to make that decision. And that's tough because, you certainly don't want to throw in the towel. And again, it's not to say that they can't come back sticking to their game plan, but definitely the percentages are much lower.
Absolutely.
Again, but maybe if you break one early on, that does change things. You get a turnover here and there, something like that, it could get you back in the game quick. But if the Hornets take care of the football, do what we've been doing on offense, then again, 1 touchdown, maybe, one probably maybe wins it for you, puts the game away. 2 touchdowns in the second half. I think it's going to be too much for Bartlesville to overcome at the rate that they're playing on offense. So again, we'll see how it plays out and see what they decide to do.
Absolutely.
Again, if you're Booker T on offense, just keep doing what you're doing. You're having success. Keep protecting the football. Again, you know what? I'd really like to see a chance for Boone to get another goal line fade to Teague, for the sense of I want to see him have success with it. Because not only we mentioned that it's not an easy throw, the other thing is he's going to the short side of the field with that throw, which makes it that much tougher. And again, so maybe it could be something where the pass doesn't have to be as pretty, it can be ugly, but just lob it up there and let Teague make a play. But I'd like to see us get another chance at that throw, again, because we talk about Bartlesville and whether they'll just do their thing and practice that. But now's an opportunity to try to maybe get Boone a couple throws that he can improve on. And if you can do it again live action against a real opponent and not just in practice, that's valuable experience for the sophomore quarterback.
Well, Hornet fans, as you can see, the Bartlesville Bruins are celebrating homecoming tonight. We are not being a hospitable host, but in the spirit of homecoming, let's say congratulations to the Bartlesville Bruins homecoming court. Your Booker T Washington Hornets celebrate homecoming next week as we return back to SC Williams Stadium. And before we get back into that and some more analysis, let's give some more scores. We've got Owasso from 6A1 with a 13-7 lead over Norman North in the second quarter. We've got Moore at halftime tied up with Edmond North. Broken Arrow in the second quarter early has a 17-0 lead over Jinx. And Norman at halftime is tied up at 7 against Edmond Memorial. Final score that I have to give right now in the second quarter, Enid down to UConn 28-10. So Enid with 10, UConn has 28. Our sponsors are Westview Medical Center, Advantage Roofing and Construction, Kate Junes of Keller Williams, Your Tulsa Realtor, Levinson Law, and Wingstop. Hornets up big once again, 27-0. And Kirk, on offense, it's one of those situations now that from a coaching staff, you have to start thinking about whether or not you want to put anything on film. And I mean, do we go deeper into the playbook, run some things to just see how it would work? And it's one of those situations where, you have to weigh what you put on film that can come back to haunt you later on in the season versus, let's just get out of here with the win,
Right.
And the kids want to play. Kids want to get out there and do their thing. They want to put points on the board. Kids want to score. I think we saw Sterling Warren score his first touchdown tonight. And so it'll be interesting to see how the Hornets have a mindset, going into the second half. Personally, I would like to see the Hornets do everything possible to increase the rhythm for Lathan Boone. And that means if we're going to throw the ball, let's throw it around. We've got a young quarterback that's got to lead us. We're at midseason. We know we have people out. We need our quarterback to be developing himself, to be comfortable back there for when we need him to go and make a play later on in the season.
Yeah, because we got some big games coming up as well. I mean, we obviously, we mentioned the big dog, and then you've got, Sand Springs is in a close one with Muskogee right now. We've got both of them coming up later in the season. You go over to Putnam City West, and you play with. So you got some, you still got some tough opponents. So you definitely want to see them get better. You probably want to keep as far as the play calls a little vanilla. Obviously, you're not going to show them anything too tricky. But again, you can run your offense and let him throw it around without giving anything away.
Yeah, it's it's just the type of situation that it's how you grow and develop your football team. We had an idea and a mindset for our offense when we started the season a few weeks ago that is totally different from who we are today. One of the things that I heard Coach Brown talking about was that we have to progress and develop and clean up the things that have been hurting us. One of those biggest things has been penalties. We haven't seen the Yellow Hankies go against us too much tonight. We've been good about not turning the football over. So, we're doing some of the things that are getting this team better. Now it's about getting our team, more comfortable for the second half of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Again, we just mentioned the guys coming up, the opponents coming up. So still a lot to work on. Again, we are 2-2. You'd like to be 4-0, but key is to get out of here 3-2 tonight. Continue to work on your offense and for your defense to stay focused.
Absolutely. So we got homecoming up next week, Hornet fans. It is going to be different in the era of COVID 19. The homecoming celebrations that all of us are used to are not going to be held. In a lot of situations, we have the alumni cookout there between the historical building and the new building. Um, those events I don't think are going to be held this year. Um, we've got social distancing that will be in a place, for the ball game. Hornet fans, don't worry about it. We're going to be here. You're going to be able to watch the game. So if you're in Connecticut, if you're in Houston, if you're in Florida, sit back and watch Hornet TV.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it. Homecoming from a distance.
So we're going to take a brief break to get prepared for the second half. We'll let you Hornet fans enjoy the Bartlesville High School Marching Band. All right, Hornet fans, we are back getting ready for the second half. Your Booker T Washington Hornets have run out to a big lead against the Bartlesville Bruins. Currently, the score on the board, 27 for the Hornets, 0 for the Bruins. It's been a great first half for the Hornets. Lots of turnovers in our favor. Lots of good big pass plays in our favor. Good running. Had a big run tonight in our favor. So the Hornets are clicking on all cylinders. Now it's about putting it together, putting it to bed, getting out of here with the victory. Current record on the season, 2 wins, 2 losses. This is district play. Hornets are looking to move to 3-2 over the Bruins. Kirk, anything that you've seen so far that we need to continually work on cleaning up?
You know, for the most part, we've done pretty well. Again, we talked about the quarterback keeping on the zone read has been trouble for us. Again, aside from that, that's been the one thing. The penalties have been better. And really, honestly, if you told me going in the game that we clean up penalties, I really wouldn't have cared about the rest of it, because that's been what's killed us all season. And I'd also tell you, if clean up penalties, that, you know, we're coming out with a victory. So that's, I think, to me, the biggest thing I'd like to see improved upon. Obviously, the flow of the offense was big as well. You know, we've been stagnant, but again, part of that was due to the penalties, so it does all kind of tie in a little bit. So again, we know it's a 1-3 opponent. You know, I think most people expected us to come out of here with a victory, but that, again, anybody can beat you on any given day, and so you still want to see the team come take care of business. And you got a 0 on the scoreboard for Bartlesville. Again, offense, you've been able to move the ball. So I've liked that they've come out and take care of business. Again, they're still half of football. But, again, you can get a couple scores here early on in third, and you should be able to put this away. But you definitely can't let up yet.
Well, number 25 of the junior class, Jaden King, has had probably a half for the ages. 2 interceptions? I mean, I think he's got more receptions than any Bartlesville Bruin has, and he's not in blue.
I think you're right. And you know what? I think our guy Lamar Burks is going to have to tell us here if we've ever seen 3 interceptions and a half by one player, because I'd be willing to bet if that's not the record, it's got to at least tie it. But Lamar will know. Coach Burks will know.
Now, wait a minute, Kirk. Now we know each other a little bit. I pride myself as a Hornet historian.
Okay.
And I'll be the first one to admit I have no clue who has the most interceptions for a half. So if Coach Lamar Burks is watching, which I know he is, we'll find it. I'll take a wild guess right now.
Okay.
Melvin Gillum.
Okay.
Melvin Gillum.
Okay.
Melvin Gillum, if he didn't have 3 interceptions and a half, I do believe I remember Melvin having 3 interceptions in a game.
Okay.
In a game. So, this is the information that we're going to find out.
Yeah, absolutely. So Coach Burks let us know. Definitely be interested to see. And, great to see Jaden King playing so well. A little bit on a personal note with that. For many watching this probably know, and maybe some that don't. But his grandfather, Keith Miller, he was a coach back at Carver Middle School when I was there, coached back at Carver Middle School when a lot of people were there, and really a staple, in North Tulsa and in the community, and a guy that a lot of people around here love. He's a great guy, and he's always been very vested in young men's lives and seeing us develop and grow up doing things the right way. So I know he's really proud of his grandson, and Coach Miller, obviously, we're really proud of you as well. And know you've been fighting some health stuff here lately, and we're praying for you, Coach. And I hope you're watching us. If you're not sitting in the stands over there, I hope you're watching us and seeing your grandson be the leading receiver for Bartlesville tonight. We love you, Coach, and I hope you enjoy the second half.
And we're going to keep saying it until somebody has more receptions than him. So number 45, Jackson Marsh, Jr., is set to kick off to start the second half. Here's another deep kick by Jackson Marsh. Looks like it's going to bounce out of bounds, and the Bruins are going to take possession at the 35-yard line. Starting the second half.
Well, if there's something, if we had to nitpick tonight, I guess we could look at that. There's 2 kicks out of bounds. Probably something where they're coaching trying to place it over there. And unfortunately, when you do that, that happened to me a lot my junior year. We were big on the pooch left is how Coach Jimerson wanted to play it. And I had my fair share go out of bounds. So it's a little tougher when you're trying to place it. But, Jackson's a junior. I think wouldn't be surprised, and we've seen him get close today. I bet next year we'll see him consistently put in the end zone.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then you don't have to place nothing.
Hornet defense on the field. This time we do have a safety back. Quarterback Bradford has a man in motion to his left. Inside fake, but he's going to keep it and head to his left. Taken down. Now that play was played much better by the Hornets on that situation. That quarterback keeper has been a big gainer for the Bruins all night long. They start out with their bread and butter, but this time the Hornets are able to basically make the tackle before the quarterback is able to get a first down. He gets 8 yards on the carry. Going to be 2nd and 2 for the Bruins.
Yeah, Aiden Walker does a great job coming across and making the play. You'd like to get him down, before he gets 8, but again, we'll take it because he's gotten bigger yards than that.
They call the same play actually, and this time the play is wrapped up for a loss. Bruins are going to be able to get close to nothing on that play. So once again, it's basically boomerang motion, opposite quarterback basically has an inside give to the same direction of the boomerang motion, and then he can run it. But this time he made the give, but there was a flag on the play. It's going to go against the Hornets that is going to allow the Bruins to have the necessary yards for a first down.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Again, you get a good tackle for short gain there or loss and give them the first down with the penalty. Again, the last thing you want to do is give them any kind of momentum or life here. Again, you really like to shut them out here and try to come back down and score.
Hornets do have a safety in the game. Here's an inside fake, but Paxton Bradford is going to keep it himself, and he's wrapped up, immediately taken down. No gain on the play. Going to be 2nd and 10 for the Bruins. We've got number 56, Jaden Brown. Number 58, Amandre Tiger. Number 81, Adam Carey. All the big guys across the defensive front for the Hornets doing work tonight.
Yeah, and I think Jonathan Ingram getting in there from the linebacker level as well. So again, good to see gang tackling.
Bradford with the fake, looking to throw to his left. This one almost going to be intercepted. Number 21, Ethan Groen, the senior, gets his hands on it. Basically, he's reading the quarterback's eyes on that one. I mean, Paxton Bradford, makes the fake, but it's not a convincing fake, and he's basically looking at who he's throwing to, and all of our Hornets linebackers playing with their eyes, getting their read, and just going to the ball.
Yeah, great job there by Ethan Groen. Again, linebackers making another play. It's good to see. Probably would have had the interception. I think his own man kind of got in there and got his body on the ball there. So
Bruin quarterback Paxton Bradford rolled to his right, basically made the throw before the wide receiver came out of his break, had nothing there. Pass is incomplete. That was a 3rd down and 10 play. The Bruins are now bringing the punt team out. Looks like they're going to punt. Looks like 25 for the Hornets is deep.
Our man,
That's Jaden King. Going to get the opportunity to possibly make a play on this punt. He's situated at the 12-yard line. Snap is back. Punt is away. Low wobbler. Going to take a bounce. Going to be received by the Hornets. Trying to make a move. Nothing there. So King is going to take it out of bounds. Hornets are going to get the ball for their first possession of the second half at their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, and a good job by Jaden there. Again, nothing really on the return, but what he does there is he saves yardage by fielding that because that one's rolling down. And again, obviously you saw the Bartlesville Gunners there. They're gonna down that inside the 5 if he doesn't go ahead and field that. You always you catch your breath a little bit when you see a returner picking something up off the bounce. But again, if you can do it cleanly and save that yardage, that can be big.
Absolutely. Lathan Boone has the pro set, makes an inside carry to number 29, Jaden Carroll, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Going to be a loss on the play. Going to have to get some information about what that offensive line is doing because looked like a jailbreak. I mean, ball was snapped. Boone was making the fake or the handoff, and goodness gracious, there's blue shirts everywhere.
Yeah, I bet they'd like to have that one back. Good job by the Bartlesville front to get in there and make a play, but, yeah, definitely one that our line's going to want to shore up.
We've got 3 wide receivers in the game with a flex. Lathan Boone rolls to his right, out pass to number 9. Pass is complete, makes a move, gets some more positive yardage. Going to be taken down at the Booker T 18-19 yard line. Pass was complete to number 9, Demetrius Prudhomme. sophomore. That's that sophomore to sophomore connection you were talking about, Kirk.
Yeah, always love to see that. You know, I was wait till we get maybe a break in the action to go a little deeper on it, but I was part of some great sophomore classes when I was at Booker T. We kind of run through some names from that crew, but yeah, back to back, had some really solid sophomore classes that made for a lot of success for the 4 years we were there.
Latham Boone has 3 wide receivers to his left. He looks, he drops back, big heavy rush. Ball is loose. Ball is still loose, recovered by the Bruins. They're going to be able to step in to the end zone, basically cut back at the 5-yard line. That's just a play where Latham Boone didn't feel the pressure and really didn't get a chance to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
Bruins are on the scoreboard with 9 minutes, 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Bartlesville Bruins score off of the scoop and score.
Yeah, that was one. It looked like they were going to try to fall on it, kind of squeezed out like a greased pig, and unfortunately kind of just bounced exactly how Bartlesville needed it to. So that's what you don't want to see. Again, you don't want to give many signs of life, but obviously they've got some now. So you need to come out. Your offense is going to be right back on the field. You need to come out and go ahead and put a drive together.
We've got a flag coming in before the attempted point after touchdown attempt by the Bruins. Don't know if we ran somebody on late. Actually, we did. Play is going to go against the Hornets for having too many men on the field. Bruins look like they're going to make a decision to stay with the kick. Penalty is declined. Bruins setting up for the PAT. Snap is down, luckily, and it's up. It's going to be good. The Bruins are finally on the board.
Get that one on down.
And take a score of 7 as they're down by 20 to the Booker T Washington Hornets with 9 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. You know, we come into the second half, Kirk, and it seems like that Bruin defensive line is rejuvenated, or the Hornet offensive line is, you know, making some misreads. You know, now the one thing about playing offensive line against a three down, 3 linebacker front or a second level is that the offensive line has got to read who to block. You're not playing man on man all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about at the beginning of the game, as we kind of set things up, that 3-3 front can be tough to block against. And, you know, we're seeing it here. They had some success getting to Boone in the first half. A couple of sacks, a couple close where Boone was able to make a play and get out of it. And now, unfortunately, here so far in the second half, they're having the better end of things. So definitely got to short things up and try to keep Boone upright and get some holes for Jaden Carroll and the running backs to get something done here. And so you got shallow returnment now. Looks like we may be expecting something here, at least while they're bunched up, and we're going to make sure they spread out and kick it deep.
Yeah, the Bruins basically are now breaking their huddle for the kick after they've scored. Hornets have 1 man deep. See whether or not the Bruins are going to try to kick it deep or if they're going to pooch it. Deep kick. Going to be received by the Hornets. Getting into the middle of the field, looking for some blocking or maybe a cutback. Gets to the wide side of the field. That's Jordan Drew on the kick return. Nice little return, to be honest with you. He's going to get over the 20-yard line, which is basically the standard of where you want to take the ball from on a first down. Second offensive drive for the Hornets starting here in the second half.
Yeah, good return there by Jordan. I think that kicker had a little more leg than he was expecting, as he kind of had to backtrack to catch that one. But, again, fields it and gets upfield and gets you, like I say, beyond the 20. And, again, if you start beyond the 20, you're going to be in good shape.
Once again, Hornet fans, we talked about the defensive scheme for the Bartlesville Bruins. They play a 3 defensive line front, and then they either bring down a linebacker or have 2 linebackers at the second level. Latham Boone takes a snap. Here's the inside give. Going to be able to cut back, get positive yardage. That's Jaden Carroll. Depends on what the spot says. We're going to wait on the stripes before we say it. It's going to be second down.
Yeah, good run there by Jaden Carroll. Good job by the offensive line to get him a crease and get 9 yards on first down. Sure makes second and 1. You know, you'll take that over a second 15 all day.
Jaden Carroll has had some success running to his right tonight. You've got a big tackle over here, number 51, Austin Ramsey, who's getting off the ball. Got to make sure our offensive line is doing everything we can. Boone's got 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 man in the pistol. Here's another inside carry to Jaden Carroll, who does a jump cut, negative yardage at first. He gets, once again, close to the line to gain, but going to be taken down, bringing up 3rd down in the yard for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's one of those really pretty 0-yard games that you see sometimes. Did a great job with the jump cut to, again, save the negative yards. Honestly, kind of the way it was brought down, they pulled him back instead of tackling forward. If he fell forward, he'd probably have the first down.
So here's a crucial third down play for the Hornets. Lathan Boone, quarterback, has Teague up top. This time he throws it short. Once again, big hit on the play. Basically, one Bruin thought number 9, Demetrius Pruden, was down. Pass was complete. Basically running to get to the first down, spun back and gets hit hard, ends up losing yards on the play. So once again, the Hornets are in a situation where they're going to have to give the ball back to the Bruins. We're 7 minutes, 28 seconds in the third quarter, and I didn't mean to tell a tale to you, Hornet fans. You know, we were looking for this to be the kiss the pig second half. Hornets didn't come out the locker room focused.
Yeah, and you'd like to see Demetrius just get the first down there. He cuts back, try to get more yardage, but if he just takes it to the sideline. Now, they had a good angle on him, but you want to see him go into the sideline. Just understand, like, on that play, you just need 1 yard.
Here's the punt that's high. Hopefully it takes a Hornet bounce, and it doesn't. Ball's not going to get across or get out of Hornet territory. Number 83, Mekhi Chambers downs it. Bartlesville's going to basically take over first down at the Booker T 45-yard line.
Again, if you're Booker T, you got to focus in here, obviously. So now we see the defense. They haven't been on the field yet this half. Hopefully they can kind of sustain things here and continue with their success. Pardon me, no, they haven't been on the field this half. My apologies, but try and squelch this momentum because you can see it on the sidelines. And the coaches down with Bartlesville, you know, they've got a little something going here. And if you're the Hornet defense, you need to go ahead and just cut that off right now.
So the Hornets are going to line back. We do have a safety back. Paxton Bradford, the quarterback for the Bruins. Now safety comes down, makes the inside fake. Paxton Bradford has a man, looks to make a great catch, and he brings it down. And, Kirk, that's the situation. Now you've got a guy over there wide, and it looked as though the Hornets were kind of caught peeking into the backfield looking for the quarterback run. Bruins get a big play. They're going to get a first down.
Yeah, and on a better throw, he's probably going in the end zone. That's just literally about the one time we've seen somebody open deep. So they took advantage, obviously. Like I say, luckily not the best throw, so we're able to keep out of the end zone. And we've seen the Hornets buckle down in their own red zone, you know, several times this season. They're going to need to do it now because, again, if they don't, they've got a real game on their hands. Bruins
have the ball in the Hornet red zone. Here's inside fake. Going to be pushed back. Hornets are in pursuit. Going to be able to take down the ball. It's a fumble. Hornets have picked it up. Number 11 has it, and he's going to scoop, and he's going to score to the house. Number 11, Jordan Drew, walks that dog for the Hornets. Touchdown, Hornets. We do have a flag down.
And that's going to be frustrating. I didn't see it live, kind of saw the Bartlesville guy roll. I think we got a block in the back 20 yards behind the ball. That's just unnecessary. And
that's a crusher. That is a crusher. Number 11, Jordan Drew, on a play where the Bruin running back tried to get to the wide side of the field and was taken down, but he didn't have the ball. The Bartlesville sideline is still trying to say that the running back was down by contact. The referees are conferring, so we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting.
We got unsportsmanlike conduct. Now, it's interesting, and the Bartlesville coach is going to, argue he was down there, but, what I'm curious about is that hit may have been after George Drew crossed the goal line, so I don't know if that'll matter here or what we're going to see.
Let's see what we've got going on here, Hornet fans. The ruling on the field was a fumble returned by the Hornets, number 11, Jordan Drew, for a touchdown. We've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, so Jackson Marsh is out there to kick. We'll see. And they signaled the penalty. So, again, maybe it's after the score.
could be excessive celebration or a sideline warning by the Hornets, but the score's on the board, and the PAT is ready to be attempted by Jackson Marsh. Jackson Marsh waiting. Snap is back down. Hold is down.
Good kick.
PAT is going to be good. The Hornets are now putting points on the board. 34 for the Booker T Washington Hornets, 7 for the Bartlesville Bruins. Still haven't found out what the flag was, but we'll definitely find out. I'll tell you this, Hornet fans, the beautiful night has definitely turned chilly as the cold front has rolled in, which they do. Our producer Maverick has gone to the hood.
Still got the shorts on, though, so he's not too worried about it.
Bartlesville fans aren't happy with the transpiring events of the plays that led to the Booker T score. But between number 25, Jaden King, and number 11, Jordan Drew, we've been opportunistic feasting on the miscues by the Bartlesville Bruins to take a 34-7 lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's, I think, 5 turnovers for them. Again, you love the scoop and score there. Again, whether or not it's down, tough to see. Again, it's interesting as we've talked that, obviously, everybody watch pro college football, then we're all used to replaying. Like, okay, well, hang on, we'll go to the replay. They'll go to instant replay and figure out what the call is. You don't have that benefit here, so that makes it a lot tougher on these referees. And it's funny. We've had a few calls really kind of go our way, and anybody that's listening to this kind of knows traditionally with Booker T, we don't get many calls in our favor. So, Coach Jimerson used to tell us basically there were certain places we'd go to play that you need to understand you're going to get 14 points taken off the board.
That's just Booker T legacy.
Yep.
So there was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the touchdown, which is back the Hornets up. Kicker Jackson Marsh will be cooking off from the 25 for the Hornets. Bruins are basically looking for a shorter kick. We'll see if Marsh gets some legs into it, and he does. It's going to be left and fielded by the Bruins. Receiver has it, looking for a block, got some room, going to be getting close to midfield and taken out of bounds by the Hornets. So all in all, you get a touchdown out of it, and with the penalty, you can say that the Bruins netted about 25 yards because of the penalty.
Yeah, definitely worked in their favor again. I think we caught a little bit of a break that he crossed the goal line already because, again, there was an unnecessary hit way behind the play. And, again, those are the things that we've got to shore up. Luckily, didn't hurt us too much, obviously. But, again, here they are starting almost at the 50-yard line. So, if they score here, you can see
that. And you know what they're going to run coming out, Kurt.
Oh, yeah.
You know what they're going to run. I mean,
yeah.
Bruins have 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Quarterback Bradford is in the shotgun. Here's an inside give, fake. He keeps it. The Hornets are playing that play much better. They're starting off every drive, Kurt, with the same play. Boomerang motion one way, basically isolate that side of the field. The quarterback can do 2 things. He can either give the inside give or he can keep it. He did it that time, but what we're doing now is we're limiting the long runs. The quarterback is not getting the edge.
Yeah, they did a great job there. My man Jonathan Ingram getting in on that. Looking good with those white gloves, with the white uniform. I'm liking it.
If you look good, you play good,
Look
Kurt.
good, feel good, play good.
Bradford puts a man in motion. Inside fake. He's rolling to his left. Now he throws. Ball's going to be just outside of the wide receiver. But here's one of those flags you talked about, Kurt.
Yeah.
Looks like number 6, cornerback on the play, Corbin Green, Jr., may get flagged for having too much of a hand on the wide receiver.
Yeah, it's a tough break. I thought he played that pretty well. Guess the referee disagreed. So,
well, there was no way the wide receiver was going to make that reception the way that pass was thrown. And, for Corbin Green, when the ball's in the air, you kind of got to recognize, where the ball is and where you are in proximity to the guy that can catch it. He had good coverage on the play. He's got the guy locked up. You just let that be incomplete and play another play. Don't get handsy. So the Bruins are going to have first down at the Hornet 33. Quarterback gets the snap. He's looking to his left. He guns it. Has a man. Receiver, I don't know if there was miscommunication there. The receiver's running a go right. Quarterback Paxton Bradford was throwing more of a seam route. Pass is going to be incomplete. Paxton Bradford is now going to have 2nd and 10. 5 minutes, 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Hornet defense has been on the field now for the 3rd time in the half. Paxton Bradford has 3 wide receivers here to the near side. One guy matched up top with Arkansas commit Kewan Parker. Hornets have no safety deep. Paxton Bradford takes the snap. Inside give. The big bruiser running back has it. He's going to basically be able to fall forward for about 4 yards.
Yeah, good job there by the Hornet defense. Gang tackling and getting them down. So you got, about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, and you're probably in 4-down territory here.
Yep. Bruins are behind the chains.
3rd down.
Have a situation here where, they've got to get scores, Kirk.
Yeah.
Paxton Bradford, quarterback, has 3 wide receivers to the near side. Takes a snap.
False start.
Inside fake. Going to fake the pass. Once again, the big bruiser running back, but there's a host of Hornets to take him down. Looks like there's going to be a run of none.
Yeah, it's interesting there. I thought the receiver at the top of the screen matched up there with Kewan. Got a little bit of an early start. Guess not, but ultimately didn't really matter.
4th down and 7 for the Bruins.
Is it too cliche to say a swarm of Hornets on the play?
Oh, you got to say it. You got to swarm, host, hive.
Make them feel the sting.
Night train lane's not working. I got him. Here's Paxton Bradford throwing
go.
it, and once again, it's intercepted. And you know who it is,
yeah,
now he's got something
I think
going.
we got a
If
record
he gets a
holder
block,
now.
he gets to the outside, he may be going to the house. But number 25, Jaden King, interception, Hornet football. Flags are on the play, but once again, the Bruins' number 1 receiver tonight has been Jaden King.
What?
Flag is going to be on the Hornets.
That's on the return, right?
Has to be on the return.
Yeah, I think that was on the return. Okay.
Has to be on the return. So we've got Jaden King with 4 interceptions in the ball game. Now we might be talking Hornet record territory.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and guess that it is. I just get excited. I keep checking the roster, seeing what grade Jaden King is in, just see how much longer we got him around. Only a junior. He's got another season and a half.
Jaden King is a junior, Hornet fans. Quarterback Lathan Boone under center. 1 running back in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Nope. Here's an inside give to Jaden Carroll. Looks like we're going to go to the ground a bit, and Jaden Carroll is going to have positive yards.
It's a law firm getting after it again, Jaden and Jaden. Interesting. I think the only other time we've seen Boone under center was on that 4th and 1.
Boy, let me tell you, we have not gotten, the love on the spots, Kirk, because it looked to me from up here that we were going to have a 1st down, but it's going to be 2nd and 1, a long one. Lathan Boone back in the pistol. Going to give it to Carroll. Carroll going to bounce outside but cut back. This time he's going to have positive yardage, good enough for a Hornet 1st down.
Yeah, and he does a great job there. Kind of like we talked about with Demetrius on the last drive, not going to the sideline, just getting the 1 yard on 3rd and 1. Right there, you see he had an opportunity to break it to the outside, but realized he just needed 2 yards for a 1st down. So he cuts up, gets a 2-yard gain. That's important. When you got athletes like Booker T, you got to really drive it home, make them realize not everything needs to be a home run play. Sometimes you just need to get that 1st down.
Absolutely. Hornets have 1st down. Lathan Boone hands it to number 26. I don't know if he had a face mask, but he's going to be able to corral him down. That's DJ McKinney on the carry. He's going to be spun down. Not going to be able to get positive yards on that particular play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets.
That's one of those defender, you just get him and just hold on for dear life and bring him down any way you can.
Absolutely. It seems like the Hornets have had more success running to the right side. You got, like I said before, big number 51, Austin Ramsey over here at the tackle. We've got motion. Here's a reverse to wide receiver Sterling Warren. Flag on the play.
Sterling Warren on the carry.
So we got a flag on the play. Going to be a hold by the Hornets. Going to back them up. The result of the play was no game. Was going to be 3rd down and 10, but now the Hornets are going to be backed up. Going to bring up 3rd down and 20.
You know, I got to say, just it's an interesting little thing. I saw Jalen Teague reach down, pick up that flag, hand it back to the referee. I think I've seen him do that 2 or 3 times tonight. And it's just those little things that can make a difference. A, shows the character, but B, maybe gets a little favoritism on the next pass interference.
Well, my God, the DB for the Bartlesville Bruins, he's rolled up right now. But normally he's been 8 yards off the ball. Hopefully Lathan Boone sees it. He does. He throws it. He's going for the home run, and it's off the fingertips of Jalen Teague. We've been looking for that connection all night, Kirk. And, I have to bring it up.
So close.
I have to bring it up. I mean, Jalen Teague is a great athlete, but when you're in that wide receiver spot and you're wide receiver 1, these are catches that you gotta help him out some.
Yeah, a little bit of, outstretch, and may need to lay out on that one. But, yeah, it's tough, and that's a tough thing for Boone, too, because a lot of the looks Jalen's way are going to be on, on deep balls. And, again, that's not an easy pass to make.
Jackson Marsh is going to get the punt off. Here's a good kick.
Better punt there.
Doesn't outkick the coverage. Doesn't allow the Bruins to get any return yardage. So the Bartlesville Bruins, with 1 minute, 34 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, down to the Booker T Washington Hornets, 34-7, are going to have 1st and 10 on their 28-yard line. Any guess, Kirk, on the first play they're going to run right here? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Shame on you. Bruins, 3 wide receivers here to the near side.
Down the near side of the screen.
Here's an inside give. No, Bradford is going to keep it, and he's wrapped up immediately by number 20, linebacker Jonathan Ingram.
There goes that man.
Going to be 2nd down. I guess they're going to give him a positive spot. 2nd down. No, he's going to have a loss. Loss of 3.
Yes, just what you want to do. You get him behind the sticks on 1st down. Again, you got to make him work at the 1st down here.
Bruins are going to break the huddle. This time they're going to be at their own 25. Man in boomerang motion, and there goes Paxton Bradford, but he's immediately corralled down by number 20. Great tackle there by Jonathan Ingram, staying at home, playing with his eyes, and then using his athleticism to basically take Paxton Bradford down.
That's a great play and a big play, too, because if he doesn't make that tackle, Paxton's got room to run.
He's got room to run.
I got to look on the screen. My man, take his gloves off.
4th quarter score, Choctaw still up to 14. Bixby in the 3rd quarter is up over Midwest City Carl Albert, 35-14. Here, we've got 3rd down and 6 for the Bruins. Bradford calling his own number. He's going to get into the hash. Doesn't have much room to run. Doesn't get the necessary yardage for a 1st down. Going to be 4th down for the Bruins, and they're bringing the punt team in. We just finished the 3rd quarter. Your Booker T Washington Hornets 34. The Bartlesville Bruins on a homecoming night 7.
Great tackle by Ethan Grogan, too. Again, linebackers playing really well. Jeremy Neathon's linebacker coach, Jeremy Neathon, former Oklahoma State Cowboy, originally out of Beggs, went to college at Oklahoma State, came down, originally played safety, moved down to linebacker, and, great job by Coach Jonathan Brown getting a sharp coach there on his staff. Got some really good experience.
Let's give it up for our sponsors. Westview Medical Center, Advantage Roofing Construction, Kate Jones of Keller Williams, your Tulsa Realtor, Levinson Law, and Wingstop. These are the sponsors bringing Booker T Washington football to you. Please give it up to them, and we appreciate them so much. And finally, the Booker T Washington Hornets are glad to present Health and Safety Education Consultants, Premier Healthcare Training Center, offering certified nurse aid and certified medication aid training. Call 918-812-0299 to learn more about course offerings. This is a minority, female-owned business in the North Tulsa community. Quarterback Paxton Bradford for the Bruins has the heavy package once again with one wide receiver right, one wide receiver top left. No, punt formation, I'm sorry.
I know the punter was hiding back there. I didn't see him either.
Yeah, punt is up. It's going to hit. Takes a Bruin bounce. They're not going to let number 25 touch it. He didn't want it anyway. It's not an interception. So number 25, Jaden King back deep. Still trying to figure out if Jaden King has set a Booker T record yet. Hornets are going to have the ball 1st and 10 from their 26-yard line. Hornets are in control, but the offense is sputtered here in the second half.
You know, it's interesting, Byron. We talk about, we got into talking about the youngsters on this team, the sophomore class. You got a few freshmen out there and some juniors. And again, when I was playing, so class of 04, the class of 03 just before us, really big sophomore class. So my freshman year, you had a host of sophomores playing. Obviously, the one everybody will know is Robert Meacham. But you had a lot of other good players. Larry Boone was a part of that class, and he was playing a little bit on the defensive line there, along with Chad Evans, Keith Reed, Junjun Reed, Carlin Adkism. If I name them all, I'm end up leaving them out. Michael Teague, Jalen Teague's dad, all playing as sophomores, and really good team. Went to the semifinals, lost to eventual champs Carl Albert. But really good sophomore class that set up for two really good seasons after that as well.
Lathan Boone's on the RPO. Makes an inside give to Jaden Carroll, who basically fights, but he's going to be taken down for a loss. Going to bring up 2nd down for the Hornets. And, Kirk, this is what we were talking about at halftime and coming into the third quarter. You don't need or you don't want to put things on film that people can scout, so you don't want to get into the playbook. Now, if I'm coaching, I'm going double reverse pass. But the thing about it is that you don't want to put stuff, on film, but you've got to finish this game.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't get too complacent here. And again, the only score of the last half was for either side actually was defensive scores, scooping scores.
Here's a big play. Running back is going to be able to get positive yardage, good enough for a Hornet 1st down.
There you go. And again, just like you mentioned, success run to the right side of the line. Definitely where they're finding their most success today.
Good for a 1st down.
Positive yardage for the Hornets gets them a 1st down. Ball now sitting at the Hornet 27-yard line. Quarterback Lathan Boone. It's got 4 wide receivers. Jaden Carroll in the pistol to his left puts a man in motion. Here's an inside give. Carroll's going to be able to get positive yards again. That's what he does. He basically moves the marker. Let's stay in front of the chains, get a drive going.
Yeah, 2 positive plays there to get things going again. Yeah, just like you said, get the drive going. Need to go ahead and really you'd like to see him drive down and put this one in the end zone. Go ahead and put this game out of reach. And like I said, just show that you haven't gotten complacent.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Hornets from the 31-yard line. Lathan Boone in the pistol. 2 wide receivers to his left. Hands it off once again. But this time Carroll's going to break it outside. Going to have a cutback. Nice run by Carroll. 1 man to beat, and he was walking that dog.
Yeah, and I know I'm beating the dead horse here, but just a sophomore Jaden Carroll, he's going to be really fun to watch. Really fun to watch for the rest of his career.
So the Hornets break the huddle. Quarterback, sophomore Lathan Boone in the pro set, two running backs with him, 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 wide receiver split top left, top right. Inside handoff once again, taking advantage of that 3-man front for the Bruins. Offensive line is basically doing a much better job now. Once again on that right side, You got number 51 over there,
Okay, second down.
Austin Ramsey, basically leading the way at tackle. That right side of the Hornets, it's basically a staggered offensive line. You got 3 linemen over there because we don't play a tight end. Here's a bad snap. Lathan Boone is basically going to fall on it. Going to be a loss of yards, but we have a flag on the play also.
Yeah, maybe illegal snap. It doesn't look like obviously Boone wasn't ready for it. I don't know if the rest of the team was or not.
Don't know what the center was seeing on that one. Quarterback Lathan Boone has walked over to the sideline.
Illegal shift.
There was an illegal shift by the Hornets, and that was precipitated by the center snapping the ball. I don't know if Lathan Boone had called any signals or anything of that nature,
Fumble recovered by the Hornets.
but it was recovered by quarterback Lathan Boone. So now it's going to be, third and behind the chains. I was just talking about how we were playing in front of the sticks. Lathan Boone takes the snap, drops back, steps into the pocket. He's got one running room, and he's got a man in front of him to block. Going to get positive yardage, but not enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hornets. We're in the 4th quarter, 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Looks like the Hornets are going to bring the punting team out.
What you think, partner? Fake punt?
Good time for it?
Yeah, I'll never see it coming.
I mean, I like it. Never see it coming. I like that. I
got a
Jackson
brother-in-law
Morris
that
can
says
run
if he
for
was
it.
a coach, he'd be fired because he would go for it every 4th down.
There is a coach that does that. Here's a snap. It's a good one. Jackson Morris gets it away. A
great
boomer of a punt.
punt.
He's basically got all of this one. The ball's warbling down. Outkicked the coverage. On that one, you got to be running full speed. Going to be good for a touchback. But Jackson Morris got his foot into that one. I mean, he kept his head down, left arm straight, and he hit the big dog on that one.
Yeah, that was a great punt. Again, unfortunately, we're not able to take advantage and down it. But you know what? Especially after he's had a couple shorter ones tonight, that's one to get the confidence going. And you just got to realize, like, he's got
Kirk,
that leg.
especially after the blocked punts last weekend, especially the one that came late.
Former kicker punter, I wasn't going to bring it up, but I guess like I said, I skimmed over it earlier. That was all I was going to say.
See,
that's a great punt. It was a great punt for Jackson.
Now that I know, we're going to have to talk about it, Kirk.
He's been solid all season.
He has. Quarterback Paxton Bradford for the Bruins, man in the flex position, moves over to his left. Bradford inside give, and right there stacked up quickly by number 20. That's Jonathan Ingram. We've talked about what the linebackers and the defensive line for Booker T has to do tonight, and that's a situation that number 20, Ingram, playing with his eyes, comes up, meets the ball carrier face to face, and takes him down.
Yeah, you know what? If he wasn't there, his partner Aiden Walker, number 30, he was right there behind him, so he was going to get it. And I misspoke. Aiden's the one looking slick with the white gloves. I thought it was running the 20 and the 30, hard to tell apart sometimes.
Bradford takes the snap. This time he fakes it, throws it to the middle of the field, has a man, pass is complete. Going to be taken down at the Bruin 40-yard line. That's going to be good enough for our Bruin first down.
Yeah, good little play there. Got one of our guys turned around in the secondary.
Well,
we're going to see if somebody can overcome Jaden as the leading receiver for the Bruins.
But that's, Kirk, what we've talked about. If you run that RPO enough and then you run somebody out of it, you can get plays like that.
Yeah, that's the design for sure.
This time they've got the big line. Man comes in motion. This time inside give. Going to be able to get outside, but finally taken down by big number 56, Jaden Brown, coming from his nose tackle position to make a tackle like that on the edge. That's hustle.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked like a linebacker there. That was a great play.
Yeah,
run him down. One of the few missed tackles that Hornets have had tonight. Jonathan Ingram missed him in the backfield, but great job by Jaden Brown to get in there and make the play. But, yeah, like we were talking about, again, the zone read, it's set up to hit that pop pass, that quick slant every once in a while. Luckily, most of the night we've had success, avoiding that. But, like I said, they hit us on the last play, but good recovery there. Great play by Jaden.
Here's the boomerang motion. Bradford is going to keep it. He's going to fall forward for some yards for fighting for it, but he's going to basically only get a yard. bringing up 3rd down and 7 for the Bruins. Hornet defense is right there, making the stop.
Short game, 3rd down.
Yeah, we're going to have to go our law firm. It's going to be Jaden, and Jaden. Or Jaden, and Associates.
This has been
We
the
can figure
Hornet
that out.
defensive second half. They've been on the field for, if we had time of possession, Bruins are going to be up on time of possession right now. Now the Bruins have a different formation. They bring a man in short motion.
A little bit of confusion.
Bradford looks to his right, nothing there. He's going to spin and try to run. He's not going to have it, and a flag on the play.
You've got a flag. We'll see what that is. Usually they're near the line of scrimmage. Typically in the area holding there. Great job by the defense to get in there. And was that Jaden Brown there getting
Think
his
so.
arms around the quarterback?
Think it was. But great coverage. Flag is going to be against Bartlesville. Going to back them up. It was 3rd and 7. You're right. It was in the area of holding. It is holding. The play is going to be declined by the Hornets, so it's going to make it 4th down and 9 with the tackle after the sack. Bruins are bringing the punt team back out. Number
Another good job by
25,
the Hornet
Jaden
defense.
Keene back for the Hornets. Time for him to take one to the house, Kurt.
Might as well. Just cap off the night, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Waiting for the snap. Snap is back. Kick is away. This is going to be returnable. Jaden King thought he was going to receive it on the bounce, but he doesn't. Since it's not close to the goal line, he's going to let it go free. Hornets are going to have the ball from approximately their 20-yard line. 4 minutes, 38 seconds left in the ball game. Your Booker T Washington Hornets 34, Bartlesville Bruins 7.
In the 4th quarter.
Let me ask you this, partner. 34-7, 4.5 minutes left. Do you get a backup quarterback in, get some snaps? You stay with Boone.
No, I think you got to stay with Boone just for the simple fact that, you know, if you're not going to throw a whole lot, we definitely just want to make sure he's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's getting under center now. You know the percentages are going to be that he's going to take a running play here. As he does, hands off to Jaden Carroll, going over to the right side. Does get a little bit of yards over there on that right side. That's Ramsey Austin, the tackle.
McKinney on the carry. Brayton Winters on the stop for the Bruins.
Once again, Hornet fans, we apologize. Haven't had a lot of information for names and numbers for the Bruins, so we haven't been calling them. Once again, Lathan Boone, sophomore quarterback, moves into the pistol position. He resets Jaden Carroll to his right. Fakes it to him. Boone looks to run. He's rolling. Got a man there. Got a reception. Trying to get a field. Trying to get a block. He's still on his feet. Cut back.
Oh!
He almost drops the ball, but he's still running. If he gets another block, he may get there. That's number 16, Cooper Deal, senior line tight end for the Hornets, and Cooper Deal was dealing.
Ooh, good thing he had on that ball. He'd have never heard the end of that in film tomorrow. Hey,
We
great,
told you-
Great running catch, though.
We told you about that Hornet speed.
Yep, absolutely. And you know what? He caught that, and he saw his hole early. He cut across the field, obviously, and you can see the excitement from the Hornet sideline for him.
Absolutely.
Great play there.
Now, that's what you need to have, Kirk. People get receptions and opportunities. I mean, you know, Cooper Deal can be somebody that can be a factor.
Absolutely. Tight end's always open, right? I mean, you can work him into some seam passes. You know, I'd love to see that a little bit more.
Lathan Boone resets the offense. Here's an inside give. No, he's going to keep it. Option. Good play. Boone slides down. He's close to yardage for a first down.
Yeah, DJ McKinney in the backfield on that one. Looks like Jaden Carroll getting a little bit of a well-deserved break.
I believe that's Cooper Deal's first reception on the season, and he got all he could out of
Yeah,
it.
he did. He wanted to make it count.
I mean, Cooper Deal catches on the right. He's trying to make the cutback. Somebody block. 4 wide for the Hornets. Lathan Boone from the 14-yard line, knocking on the door. Here's an out pass to the right-hand side. Number 12 has a reception, but it's taken from him. The Bruins have it. The Bruins are going to return it. Touchdown, Bruins. The ball was caught on the right-hand side of the field by number 12, Corian Stokes.
Got a flag back around midfield.
Do have a flag.
Got a Bruin talking to the refs. I think maybe against us.
Corian Stokes. Oh, but we've got a flag on Bartlesville. Let's see when it was. It's not going to be a touchdown, so take the points off the board. However, number 12, Corian Stokes, got his pocket picked for all the spare change he had for lunch. You know, if Corian Stokes had a $2 bill that he was going to use for lunch, he's a little short right about now. It's going to be first down Bruins.
Yeah, and you can hear what I think our Mike picking up the Bruins fans. Not big fans of that one, but you know you did see if that's what I think it was. You saw them going after Lathan's legs.
Yes.
Of course, Lathan being an athlete hurdled over it.
Yes,
so,
I did see that.
Luckily, they didn't really get him, but obviously the intent was enough for the penalty.
Absolutely. So I believe was it a personal foul? Is that what the call was? Okay.
Yep.
Personal foul on the Bruins basically negates the touchdown. Lathan Boone had made the pass, and which was caught by number 12, Corian Stokes, who then had the ball taken away from him. The Bruins returned it for a touchdown.
With the defensive back there, he was on top of him as soon as he caught that. Didn't really get a chance, obviously, to secure the ball. So,
try to make a play.
Yeah, defensive back read it pretty well, and a great play by him. And unfortunately for him, it's negated by the penalty.
Hornets have a safety back. Boomerang motion. Paxton Bradford fakes it inside, runs to his left, has an alley. Basically, he's going to get positive yardage, but going to be taken down. Going to be enough for a Bruin first down. Clock.
You know,
yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, and again, 56, 58, obviously having trouble telling the numbers difference between Jaden Brown and Madre Tiger, but one of the two there, great hustle getting downfield and helping make that tackle.
Pursuit is always important when you're a defensive guy because, you know, once you're running through the soup of the secondary, you know, if a guy cuts back and you're hustling, you can take him down, save a touchdown.
Yeah, it got a good look. There was a Madre Tiger there on that one, so great hustle.
Bruins in power with boomerang motion. Here's an inside give. Linebacker comes up, makes a good hard stick. They're going to be positive yards for the Bruins.
Like I told you, partner, I want to get the names and the credit right. I don't need any mamas mad at me.
Say it with conviction, Kirk. Say it with conviction.
Area final of note from Bahuska.
Like I say, gets tricky. You got 56 and 58 as DBs, and number 20 and number 30 as linebackers. So
absolutely.
They put my terrible eyes to work.
Blame it on our head, not on our heart. Brings up second down and 6 for the Bruins. Paxton Bradford takes the snap, fakes the carry. He rolls to his right, trying to get the edge. But here's a shoestring tackle by number 30. That's Aiden Walker. Another sophomore, Kirk, comes up, makes the play. Looked like he was spying the quarterback on that one, but he was able to basically see that roll action and come up and take him down.
Yeah, great play by the sophomore there. And again, I'm glad I got 2 more years of that pretty uniform to watch him play. Now, he's, joking aside, done a great job tonight. Him, Jonathan Ingram, and Ethan Grogan, that linebacker core, really been great all season.
Hornets now bring everybody down close to the line of scrimmage. Here's a big rush. Bradford throws it up, has a man down there, but looks like good coverage on the play. But we're going to have an attempt to go after number 10, Kewan Parker. And even with the attempt, looks like we're going to have a flag thrown. Let's see which way it's going.
Yeah, I think they're going against Kewan here, but that's great coverage. That's not pass interference, but
pass interference against the Hornets.
Again,
Spot foul.
We talked about him in the pregame, and then we get into the game. We don't call his name a lot, but Kewan Parker just continues to lock down his side of the field. And again, you don't call his name, which for a DB is great, right?
Yes.
You know, but they might need to try him because going to Jaden King and Jordan Drew's not working either.
I mean, Kewan Parker is a human no-fly zone. Hornets have everybody bunched.
And, of course, you're doing all this without your 5-star defensive back, Gentry Williams.
Absolutely. Here's an inside give. No, Paxton Bradford keeps it. He gets to the outside. Finally going to be run out of bounds. There's the RPO. There's the zone read. Clock ticking down. 21 seconds left in the ball game. At this point, the Bruins are trying to put something on the board for film.
Mm-hmm. This is a pride check for them right here. Not giving up, trying to get some in the end zone. You know, same thing for us. You know, the defense themselves have a shutout right now.
Yep.
You got to scoop and score for 7 points. So if you're the defense, you don't want to give up a score here.
Absolutely. Here's a fake inside, but Bradford does hand it off. Minimal gain for the Bruins. Clock is running. Don't know if they're going to take a timeout. And that is going to run it out. Your Booker T Washington Hornets are able to finish it off as the clock winds down to 0. Booker T Washington final score, Hornets 34, Bartlesville Bruins 7. We've come to Bartlesville on a homecoming, and we've put it to them. The Hornets get back in the win column with a big 34-7 win. Kirk?
Hey, I don't know if they bumped homecoming up because of COVID or not, but next time you probably should schedule the Hornets.
You know, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I think we played in a couple of opposing teams' homecomings, and, you know, it felt good to put the smack down on them on their homecoming. I mean, absolutely. I mean, because our goal for homecoming was to keep them from scoring. I mean, you know, as a sophomore, when we first made varsity, it was kind of an unwritten rule. People don't score on homecoming.
Yeah, trying to run that up. No points, get the game over, hit up the dance. Yeah, no, it was
well, as we see
times,
our Hornets salute the fans with the school hymn.
Yes.
Once again, Hornet fans, tell someone else. Next week, Hornet TV will be back at S.E. Williams. Makes no difference who we're playing. It's homecoming, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. and Miss Hornet, love it. I mean, just, you know, one of the great traditions that we've got at Booker T, obviously. So, you know, really looking forward to that. And again, just looking forward to getting back on the mic with you. And, you know, if you can't make it, if you're in Tulsa and can't make it because of COVID, watch us. If you're out of state, out of country, wherever, you can watch us here. And again, the more the merrier. We'd love to have you guys. And, you know, again, hopefully we can keep things on the winning track. So, good game by the Hornets tonight.
So your Booker T Washington Hornets finish it off. They win 34-7 over the Bartlesville Bruins. Coming up next week is homecoming. You know, Byron Perry and Kirk Jones will be here for you. We will definitely start next week at 6:45. Lots of things to talk about for homecoming. Lots of things to set up the game. Have as much information for you about what's going on at the Hive. But we want to say thank you to our sponsors, Westview Medical Center, Advantage Roofing Construction, Kate Jones of Keller Williams, your Tulsa Realtor, Levinson Law, and Wingstop. For Kirk Jones, this is Byron Perry and Hornets TV signing off from Bartlesville after a victorious win by the Hornets of 2020. Thank you, Hornets. See you next week.